I just want you to want to spend time with me.
I don't have an Asian fetish. Right? I'm mixing the rice into the sauce. I think if Nick died, I would try Native American so I can learn the secrets of the giants. I want to know the lore. Try to meet one somehow. Go to a reservation. I don't know. Where do you find them at? I don't know.
What?
I want to know the lore.
Of what?
America before we colonized it. I mean, I guess it is kind of Asian still, though.
What?
Because they came over across the Bering Strait.
That just means everyone's African.
Mm,
Fertile Crescent, Mesopotamia.
that's not nearly as close to America as the Bering Strait is.
Yeah, but where the fuck do you think
Mongolia.
the people who crossed from
China.
Siberia and through mainland Russia, where do you think they came from? Literally the Middle East / Africa.
Sure. Well, yeah, I think,
It's the same people.
yeah.
Everyone's the same people.
Sure.
How do you even learn the lore? All you're going to hear is like what oral tradition has them pass down.
Exactly. That's where the good stuff is. You can't learn about it in books.
I'm pretty sure you can just listen to an interview or read something.
You don't think that, but they've redacted so much. I've tried.
That's just such a weird reason to date someone.
They're pretty too, but sure.
That's literally like the way you describe these things. That is literally how you describe a fetish.
It's not a fetish.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
It's like I just want to learn about their culture. It's like
That's not a fetish.
I've heard like a bajillion weeaboos be like, I just like Japanese culture
No, but I don't
and
find
anime.
just one ethnicity exclusively attractive. I just find
No one
different
thinks
people
that.
attractive.
You have, I think, phases in life where you find one ethnicity very appealing. Think about it. You never dated an Asian guy, then you dated three in a row.
I was going to Anime Con. That was my only form of socializing.
Yeah, but you chose to go to Anime Con.
Yeah, because I like anime.
Right. But, like, you can't
But
argue.
before that, I dated white guys and I dated
You also went to Anime
Hispanic.
Cons. Alright? Like, the point is there are white guys there.
Yeah, so?
There's probably more white guys there than Asian guys.
Okay.
I don't know, man. I feel like the track record very much speaks to that. It's not saying that you exclusively can only date Asian guys. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that during the period in time that we're recording, you had a proclivity for Asian guys. You know, like it's like a.
Well, if I did, I don't anymore.
I agree. You definitely don't anymore.
I'm much more cultured now. I think many people can be attractive. It's not one type of person.
You see,
Now that I've
when you say
experienced
that,
the
doesn't that
world.
just make it seem like the fetish thing is? Because like, you're trying to paint it as like.
No, that means I said I don't have one.
anymore.
Sure.
That's what I'm saying. So no one's saying you have a fetish now. I'm saying then.
Yeah, maybe when I was going to cons a lot, sure.
Okay, good. Yeah, that's basically what I got. Like, see, the other reason why I think it is fetishized is the fact that, like, you say it yourself, you were looking for a Twinkie. Yellow on the outside, white on the inside.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's like and then with the Native American thing, you're looking at the opposite. You want someone who's actually ingratiated.
I just think it'd be interesting.
You don't
really
have to
hear
date
about
someone
stuff.
to learn about their culture. What is this?
Men and women can't be friends otherwise if you're single. That's what Ice Poseidon said.
So so ergo, you can't. Ergo, you can't learn about a culture if you're already married. Weird.
No, because they redact all the info online. Who am I going to talk to?
But if you fuck them, they'll tell you.
Or at least go to dinner with them, have a conversation over food.
You can do that. You can go and invite a Native American couple. Like,
Where do I find them?
well, I mean, if you think you're resourceful enough to find them if you're single, then why can't you find them when you're not?
Because I don't care enough when I'm not to even bother bringing
But
out.
it doesn't even have to be a guy. You can talk to a girl.
I was just making conversation. I'm sorry I said anything.
I mean,
You're pressing me way too much on this.
no, I just mean it's like a crazy jump. Like, you know, when I want to try I don't know, when I want to try, Cuban food, I don't have to date a Cuban.
I just feel like if you were to join their family, they would be much more honest and open about the lore that the government doesn't want the rest of us to know. But anyways.
I don't think so, because you would probably need to, in my family, right? You don't really have an interest in learning Mandarin. Like, you don't really want to invest that heavily.
No.
And so you don't get the good stuff unless you do.
Does your family talk about giants? What's the good stuff?
The good stuff is it's more so just family lore, right? Because culturally, what am I gonna tell you? Like my fucking great whatever built the fucking railroad. No, it's just more so who served when my grandfather was alive, who served in World War II, who fought the communists, in Manchuria, blah 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 blah, stuff like that. There's a lot of embedded lore and stories because the way China and Taiwan have their conflict going, there's a lot that is portrayed. And, a lot of it is different from the people whose recollection was literally living there. And I have the interesting thing of I think my dad's side of the family stayed in China. And my mom's side was, the whole Republican style government, democracy, whatever. And then went to Taiwan. So it's very interesting because you get both sides of it.
Well, I have you to translate for me though.
I know, but my point is that you won't get those first-hand sources if you're not investing into it, and you just want the juicy stuff out the gate, or at least without much commitment, and it just doesn't really pan out. They're gonna tell you as I said, at that point you might as well just have a friend who's a girl or whatever who's a Native American, because why wouldn't that be a thing?
I mean, I would love that. Where do I find them?
I mean, the same place you'd potentially find a single one, except now you don't have to care if they're single or not. It only makes it easier, right? It's what you're telling me is
What's the difference though is if you, worst case scenario, had died, I feel like I would be seeking adventure more.
why?
But because I'd get bored with my time at some degree. And the things that I think are cool adventures you don't necessarily want to do, which is fine.
Such as what?
Go to a Native American reservation or go volunteer at Mustang reservations.
The Native American thing, I've never heard you say one time. What?
Well, I don't think you would want to hear about conspiracy stuff. That's what you would consider.
I mean, I still haven't even heard what go to a Native American reservation and do what?
I don't know, listen to their stories. But you don't like hearing about giants and shit.
It's not that I don't like hearing about them. It's that look, if you were to be oh hey, instead of watching the new Predator movie, let's watch or listen to the Giants thing. I'm like, okay, whatever, right? It's about the slot that it occupies. For better or for worse, I typically try to fill my productive hours with things that are how would you say, pertinent. Things that can pay dividend to my life outside of just killing time or satiating curiosity.
It wouldn't appeal to you, which is okay.
No. You're not getting it. I'm just saying that if you tell me, well, I have a bunch of stuff to do, right? Hey, come watch this video with me. Or, hey, come, let's do this trip. That would be what? But there's things that actually we need to interface with in the world, right? It'd be the same thing of remember that time we had to fight because I stayed up all night to do some work-related thing that I needed to present the next day. And then I told you I was staying up all night, and you're okay. And then, you asked why. I said it was because I have a presentation I have to give the next day. And then the next day you walked in on my presentation, and then you asked if I want to go see a movie in the middle. I was kind of what?
Wait, what does this do with giants?
No, my point is that it's not that I can see and at the time you made it a big deal. You're oh my god, why does me wanting to see a movie make you so angry? It's like, no, dude, it's not about the movie. It's about the fact that, like, you clearly didn't listen to anything I said, and then you watched me not sleep an entire night to do a thing, and then you didn't even think about, like, well, why is he doing that? And then the next morning, you're like, let's go see a movie. Like, best case scenario, let's say, even though I was in the middle of it, and it was very obvious, let's say I had finished the presentation, and I hadn't slept now. You would think that, like, being considerate enough to be like, well, maybe he wants to take a nap before he does anything. That makes sense, right? Like, but, like, you went in and asked about it. So my point is this. It's that, like, you at the time made a big fuss about how I was being angry that you asked to see a movie. It's not that. You're like making that point because you know you can defend that point. The point was that, like, I needed, and it was very obvious because I communicated it and you could see it yourself. I needed sleep and, obviously to be not interrupted when I was doing the thing that I was spending all night preparing for. And it has nothing to do with the fact that you asked me to see a movie that I got angry. It's the fact that, like, you were showing that you weren't listening, you didn't care, and you didn't, pay any attention at all to it. And so, like, the thing I'm saying is that, like, it's not that I don't want to do these weird little conspiracy theory trips or things with you. It's that, like, you don't want to slot them in when it's like, I got to go and work with my accountants on our tax filing this week. And you're like, do you want to go on a trip? It's like, now? I guarantee you that the stories will still be there after I'm done with the taxes. But I don't think vice versa would be the same. The point is that, like, it's slots. If you're using it as a pure entertainment slot, sure. Right? Like, instead of going to Europe, could we have gone to some reservation and fucking heard them say stories? Yeah, why not? Right? That's equivalent to me. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's just because, like, but it's a weird one because you've never mentioned that ever.
Because I don't think that it would be something that would appeal to me, but maybe I'm wrong.
Well, if you never bring it up ever, to the point where I wouldn't even have thought you'd want to do a trip like that, then what am I supposed to do?
Okay. How's your squidding pasta? Was it good?
It's good, yeah. The Mustang thing is just like, we can talk about this. That's fine. That sounds fun. But it's a seasons of our life thing, right?
Like I said, if I was single, I'd be going on a lot more adventures that I'd be interested in. But I get being married as a compromise, and that's fine.
What are you talking about? Dude, okay, first of all, the sad part is this, and this is true because you do treat the relationship this way. You think that you compromise because I'm here. But that's because I'm good enough at handling all the stuff that I do that you don't even have to think or worry about it at all. Right? Do you remember what I said to you about the whole Mustang trip thing?
You would be in charge of the animals, and that's not fair to you.
I'd be in charge of the animals. I would restrict my ability to travel and do stream stuff, which
But I mean, we're both here right now.
Can I finish?
And the animals
Can I
are being
finish?
taken
Can I
care of.
finish? Can I finish?
Sure.
The point gets way more broad, right? First of all, like, I hired someone who introduced someone else to come in and help, which is why we have the animal coverage we have. That's A. Right? Again, that's me doing it. So if I'm not here, you don't do that. So that's part of the reason why, right? But in addition, like, I would be in the role of making sure everything gets done. And I'm like, well, then I cannot travel or do, spontaneous stream trips, which is like, strike while the iron's hot, right? Things are okay right now, so why wouldn't I do that? That's just one tiny piece of it. Okay?
Well, we could both go, like we did
that's what I'm
now,
just saying.
and the animals are being taken care of. I never said I had to go alone. I invited you initially.
The point is, if both of us are gone, dude, how many birds died in the last month? Okay. Like, clearly, there are mishaps. And some of those mishaps are in which ones you choose to buy.
But you see, you're okay on a trip like this for like a month or more at a time, and it's because it's something you want to do because you want to chase the streaming thing with the boys. But if it's something I want to do, it's just a burden to you.
Okay, first of all, the pet people, historically, like, I have been the one facilitating them being there. But, like, in this particular case, when the coverage would have been not enough, like, the other two people who help us with pet stuff are people I hire. My point is that, like, when we had the original Mustang conversation, only one of them was about to start working for us, right? It's way different, and then it's work that I put into it. You understand that? I appreciate you paying some attention to the conversation versus the chat.
I'm listening to you.
What did I just say? Okay. What did I just say? You can paraphrase.
You're saying when we had the Mustang reservation talk initially, that we only had one animal person, and now we have another assistant who was good with the animals.
Assistants.
Well, we already had Alex when I talked about the Mustang.
Alex was just starting, and he was only doing
Okay, my point is I was listening to you.
The point I'm trying to make is that, like, it's a different thing. And obviously, in addition, the cherry on top was I told you that why would you do the Mustang thing to figure out if you wanted wild Mustangs? Can you pay attention?
I already know I want them. I just wanted to experience with them.
See, you're not paying attention because that's not the point. I'm setting up the point. I'm saying is that, like, why would you do a thing to see if you want something before you even know if you can do that thing?
I already know that I
Let me
can.
finish. It's the fact that, like, I was telling you, you should own the ranch first, and then you can decide whether you want to put Mustangs on it. It's crazy to be like, I'm going to decide if I want Mustangs on my land.
Okay, so after we get property, then I can go and volunteer.
After you get property, it makes way more sense than before.
Okay.
Like, does that
Sure.
not? Does that not?
Sure.
Like, it's very obvious, right?
Sure.
That'd be like if I was telling you, I'm going to go volunteer at this car garage where they do repairs and restorations, because one day I might buy a vintage car to restore, and I just want to know if my garage will have the amenities. Like, what are you talking about? You don't have the car, you don't have the garage. What? Like, you got to have at least, like, the garage, and then you're like, okay, well, let's see if working on these cars is something I care about, right? Or you got to be like, I own this car, now let's see if it makes sense for me to continue owning it. For you to be like, I'm going to go and, like, fact find whether I, like this thing, when you don't even have the base thing to make that possible.
Sure, my base thing I thought was money, but, I mean, sure, I guess a ranch itself would be fine to have first.
Bro, even if you did have the land right now, it would be irresponsible, even if you did the Mustang thing, to be like, let's do it and let's throw them on there. It's like, well, hold on. Like, at the border of your land, where does that go? If they wander onto a national forest, probably okay, right? What happens if they wander off onto a neighbor's land? So then do I have to fence that section of it, you see? Like, it is way more complicated than what you're making it out to be, even if you had the money.
Okay.
Right? I mean, like, there's just a lot to figure out.
Yes, and that would be the point of going to volunteer, so I can see part of what it takes to run that and to do that.
It's different because don't they border national land?
I don't think so.
So then what is the border land?
The boarding land is just the property I want for trail riding, nothing to do with the Mustangs.
No, I'm saying when you go to the Mustang Sanctuary, what is the bordering land? It's national.
I know, it's just the ranchers.
Okay, but there are people who are sympathetic to the thing.
I had no idea. I haven't talked to them enough.
Dude, that's a question. That's not a fucking, I gotta spend 6 weeks there. That's a, hey, what do y'all do when they wander off? Like,
well, it's fenced in. I'm like, they have pastures and stuff. I've seen. I don't know, because we didn't get to do a tour of the whole thing. We ran out of time.
I don't think they're tied in this one. That's crazy.
Well, I would, if I went there, I could find out.
I mean, just logically, how many acres is it?
I think 300. That one, they have a different property that's like 2,000, but that one was 300.
Yeah, those are fixed.
Well, I would need to go do research and talk to them.
My point is that, like, it's in life, sequence matters.
Okay.
And you get a lot more out of it, and you get a lot more done if you have a reasonable plan of attack, plan of action.
All right.
Right?
Sure.
Like, I get you wanted to do that, but, like, at the juncture that it presented, it just doesn't make sense.
Okay.
Right? And all the things that you say you want from it, you could just ask them. They tell you. You could literally make a 10-question thing, send it to them. They'd respond.
Sure, the point is I wanted experience working with Mustangs too.
Yeah,
not
that's
just
the main part.
questionnaire.
That's the main part that is actually the thing. Like, you present it to me as a logical thing, but it's more of an emotional thing. Is the thing.
Well, if I present it to you as an emotional thing, you don't typically care.
That's not true. Like, you don't communicate emotions, you just assume I don't care. You very rarely communicate in that way. Like, I will tell you, you know, but you tend to either see it that I should pick up on it on my own, or I must not be interested, is how you look at it. And I've urged you over the years, like, you should probably just say it to me. I'm very, very not good at reading, you know, kind of subtle cues.
Okay, well, I want to go do it. It's an emotional thing. What is your response?
Well, like I said, especially now, isn't our more pressing thing to... So first of all, originally, you said it was what, April? March? When was it?
I don't know when I said it. You know.
No, I mean, like, you were telling me, like, in, I believe you said March, you wanted to go and do it, when we had the conversation.
Mm-hmm, but
Okay, so, like, yeah, exactly. That's my point. Like, March, we have Europe. You want to cancel that? Okay, like, let's talk about that.
That was before Europe was booked.
I know. But I'm
Obviously,
saying,
I can't do it this year because Europe is booked. That's
okay,
fine.
and then the other thing I was going to bring up was that, like, if you wanted to buy the ranch, then obviously our discretionary travels between Europe should just be to go there and see the land. You see what I'm saying? Like,
Yes, I know. I'm just saying you don't seem to be supportive of stuff that I want to do.
it's because you tell me what you think is a logical sounding reason.
Okay, so I'll never use logic again. I'll tell you, I want to do this.
See,
Will you still be
you always
supportive?
do the thing where you're like, I'll never do. No, stop. No one's asking you never to do something. I'm just saying, if you have something you want to do, and you know the main appeal is emotional, present it that way. Don't come at it like,
Okay,
here's
I'll do that
like,
next time, and I'll see if
I
the
know,
response
I know.
is different.
Yeah, that's why we're suggesting it. Yeah.
All right.
But, like, do you get what I'm saying? Like, if I came to you and said, babe, this car is a great investment. Well, then obviously, you know, if you could evaluate that, you would be looking at it on investment merit. Like, how would you know that what I meant was I really want this car and it, you know, emotionally speaks to me? You wouldn't know that because I didn't bring it to you that way. Right? It's unfair for...
I just automatically assume that anything that you want
I know
is
you automatically
emotional.
assume, and I'm saying don't do that.
Okay. Well, you always present it like you've always wanted this car, and a good investment too. Like you say both.
Yeah, exactly.
So I've learned to do both.
Exactly. Perfect. It's great to be like, this thing I've always wanted. That's an emotional appeal, right? Also, this is a great time because it's lower than it's ever been, and here's the reason why it's lower, and here's the reason why I think it's going to go higher. Like, that's the perfect sandwich, right? Like, you're basically saying, I want it, it's a me thing, right? But also, here's why I want it now, and it makes sense now. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's better that way. I've never been like, this is a great investment. And then, like, you have to poke, and I go, okay, I just want the watch, dude. You know, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't do that. I tell you, right?
Yep.
That's the thing. Like, if you want to do it, like, you can be like, hey, look, this thing emotionally speaks to me, right? And then you can be like, here's why I think this year or whatever is a good time to do it, right? You can frame the logistics around why now, you know, why this, but, like, you should just say that it's something you want to do. Because when you give me the logical thing and then you leave it at that, then for me, if I don't see consistency in the logic, I'm going to attack it. And then it becomes this awkward dance of you thinking I'm attacking your dream when I don't even know it's a dream. I thought it's something we're, you know, wanting to talk about logic.
I would expect by now that you to know that forces are my thing. Not just like a logic thing.
But then why present it logically?
Because I assume that you already know the emotionality behind it.
Wow,
and
dude.
so I'm just saying,
Dude,
like,
this is so ass backwards. Are you serious?
I mean, you've been with me for 10 years. If you don't know my emotions by now, nobody does.
I'm not saying I don't know your emotions. I'm saying that when you present to me something logical, I'm assuming you're engaging on the logical merits. Like, what? like, do you want me to take you at your word, or do you want me to just assume I know better how you feel? In no other place would you have said you want me to assume how you feel and just react to it.
I mean, I thought wanting to get experience with Mustangs was good logic if I want to start a Mustang reservation.
Yes, but the question is, like, why this year, which, you know, clearly was already going to be jam-packed. And then also, like, why not get the land first? Once you have it, then you can decide what you're working with. Because this land that we're looking at now, which I don't want to get into specifics, that is more acreage than I would have originally anticipated we get. And so I think it was more acreage than you would have anticipated that we got. That's a good thing that it's more, but, like, that changes the scope and whatever of what you're thinking of, right?
Sure.
Exactly. So, like, that's the thing. You don't want to go into that situation thinking you know what it's going to be, and then when you actually get it, it's different. Because then you just wasted a lot of time, right? You want to get the thing first. Now you know what you're working with. Now you know, when you do go and you get that experience, like, how are you thinking about it? It's going to be like, hey, the 2,000 acre thing, what's that like? You see, it's going to be more like that than it is like this 300 acre one. The comparables are different.
Sure.
Also, I do want to go back to the thing you said earlier, which is you say that I limit adventure. Are you kidding me? I'm having to get on calls even while I'm doing this IRL streaming trip to talk to the accountant.
Right, but this is adventure that you think is important because it enhances your outlook of a career. We still haven't gone on a New Zealand trip that I wanted to do since we got married.
And you wanted me to pay for, right then, sure. Right.
Well, yeah, because you were the one with the job. But I mean, even so, we've made so much money for 10 years. We have so much money now, we still haven't gone.
Then we don't. Why are we going to Europe? Why don't we go to New Zealand? Like,
because it's a family vacation. They want to go to Europe.
Fucking say we're gonna do it. We're paying for it, bro. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? We should say we're going to New Zealand.
I mean, we have enough money. We could do both. We don't have to just choose. That's the point of being rich.
So
we don't have to choose one vacation.
Why don't you get it planned out and then tell me, like, okay, when are you free for this thing? Like, you're just sitting there saying, oh my God, I can't do this. I can't do this. When are we going to do this? Why haven't we done this yet? It's like, dude, you can plan a trip. And I feel like if it's a trip that you want to do, you should plan it. Because I don't want you to fucking get there and be like, these aren't the things I wanted to do in New Zealand. You get what I'm saying?
Okay. I will get it planned out, and I will choose a time to go.
Well, I mean, I was saying plan it out, and then we can discuss when. Right? I don't know why you're always...
Well, I have to plan out based on the season.
No, just get an idea for what types of things you want to do. You don't have to actually... I mean, you can if you want to, but you don't have to actually be like, this trail ride on this, acreage or whatever. It could just be like, I would like to ride horses through some scenic landscapes. Right? I would like to do the Lord of the Rings Shire, blah, blah, blah. Right? What's up?
No.
But you get what I'm saying? Like, I don't know why you hold it over my head as if it's my responsibility. I had to pay for the trip originally when we got married.
It just feels like you're so spontaneous when it comes to the boys, but not with us.
First of all, the boys thing you refer to, all right? When you were the influencer, how many spontaneous fucking let's go here, let's do this thing did we do all the fucking time?
Like what?
Bro, every time you did anything with 100 Thieves, it was like, oh, Thursday we're going to be in LA.
Yeah, I didn't want to do that stuff. I thought it'd be good for networking. I don't give a fuck about
here's
them.
The thing, right? Here's the thing. When you say you don't want to be doing that stuff, it's just for networking. Like, you understand that, like, there is an amount of it where it's like, okay, this is like something that is good for you.
It's not a spontaneous relationship vacation.
I would like to finish the point. I'm asking you, like, you're saying that, like, you're doing it for your career, right?
No, I didn't want to do it. You always pressed for those things. I didn't like going to LA. I didn't like collabing.
Those things. I presented them, and most of the time it wouldn't be presenting them. It would be, the PA of that time.
Okay, the point is that they were not things I wanted to do.
Right, but they were spontaneous trips.
That's not what I mean.
I'm not. You're not letting me finish the point, and you're just attacking the first tenet of it. Hey, how's it going?
Hello.
How was it? How was it?
Is the restaurant still open?
No. Close at 10.
Can I have a piece of bread?
Yeah, go for it.
You can have all the bread.
Yeah.
You guys good?
Just normal back and forth debate.
I'm giving him content, you know.
Yeah, I mean, whole chat said you guys were fighting intensely and to go
He's not that
try to
intense.
mediate here.
I mean, you can if you want.
I'd love to mediate. Yeah, please tell me.
The,
I'd love to.
the tenet of the whole thing. Have a seat. There, move. So she made a like a comment kind of on the side that was like, I would do way more adventures, you know, like if she was single. And I was like, hold on, you think I limit that, or do you think I facilitate you to be able to do that? And my point was that, like,
How many adventures have we been on since we've been together? We didn't even have a honeymoon.
No!
We still haven't gone to New Zealand. It's been 10 years and we're millions. We have millions of dollars.
You
And
guys
yet
never
here,
went on a honeymoon?
He's spontaneous with you, but never with me.
Wait, why no honeymoon thing?
so
Him. I don't know.
no.
Well, it is the guy's thing to do a honeymoon.
So originally we were gonna go to New Zealand. It cost $6,000. This is like, you know, when she had no money and I had the job and all that.
Okay, so why didn't we go when we had money?
I remember that something came up right afterwards. Is what happened
You put me to work streaming. So why didn't we go when we had money?
in 2015. You started streaming in 16.
16. We got married late 15.
Instead of arguing about this, why don't you guys go to New Zealand directly after this?
Well, with Europe. That's what I'm saying.
No. Wait, hold on. What is Europe for?
Family vacation.
With your family?
His family.
Okay, ditch your family, go to New Zealand. Make her happy, right?
Here's the thing, right?
All
If
right, let's
you
do-
want to do that, I would. You don't want to do that. You can't
No,
be like,
I'm
I
not
want to go to
gonna
New Zealand the
cancel
most.
on the
And then you
children.
go, wait, but you planned the Europe thing.
I'm not going to cancel.
See, this is what I'm saying. Like, you could have planned New Zealand. You planned Europe. I didn't tell you to
I didn't
Europe.
plan Europe. Jimmy planned Europe.
Who's Jimmy?
His brother.
Okay.
Well, you talked to him about it. But look, let's be clear here. In the Europe planning, I did almost, not even almost, I didn't plan anything.
I don't know why we can't do both. We have millions of dollars.
What I said to you was, tell me when, tell me what we're doing.
I will say, why don't you just take the initiative and just do it with her? Just like say, hey, I got the tickets, let's go.
She's very, very particular. Like even this Switzerland thing, we ran through so many PAs because she was like, I want to go horseback riding. It all goes back to Richard
It's
Mill.
not a hard ask. The PAs just suck.
So his son recommended a
found
very
one
particular
immediately.
place to do horseback riding. So then she was like, okay, like Lugano, this thing, horseback riding, right? And then the PAs would go and look, and then they'd be like, you can't horseback ride there, like this is like the Alps and blah, blah, blah. And so then like, it's just this whole back and forth thing. But that's what I'm saying, it's like,
The PAs were just bad. Jimmy found one immediately when we gave it
Okay,
to him.
not in the region.
Okay, would you say that you're
Close
kind
it.
of like, if you were to just buy tickets to New Zealand and plan everything and then all of a sudden surprise you with it, are you the type of person who'd be like upset
No.
by it, or
No.
like, would you like it?
I
But
would
she
like
would
it.
nitpick every single thing I planned.
No, that's not true. You've never planned a vacation for us ever. You don't know that.
That's not true at all.
Okay, what have you planned?
Like, in terms of like
A vacation
family
for
or
us.
just me and you?
Me and you.
Well, I mean, we haven't gone on.
Exactly. That's my problem.
When's the last vacation y'all went on, off, like no stream or nothing?
So that's the thing, right? Like, there are always things that you want to do, and so there's no way for me to plan them. Like the
What?
whole. Well,
If you know what I want to do, you have a basis to start. Most guys don't even have that.
Well, how about this? On the flip side, Kate, how come you don't take the initiative and just get a vacation and then surprise him with tickets?
Because historically, he would always fight me on it. No, we don't. We can't do vacation. We need to grind. We need to grind. We can't take a break.
So if you just showed up with tickets, you
I think
say
you'd be mad,
you would
and he'd probably refund them.
like you're saying nowadays?
No, I mean historically.
Well, stop saying historically. Historically doesn't
Well,
matter.
when are you going to be? Are you going to have more
Historically, I'm a
trips this
sexual
year?
trafficker. Like, what the fuck are we talking about? that's what people say. I was like,
Okay.
well, I mean, that's because
Besides
you
the
popped
point.
off with that
You don't-
too.
You're not. You're not. That's not even anything.
No. Like, my point is that like you're very particular, because like the last vacation we went on, by my recollection, is that you wanted to go to a horse sanctuary, and do a bunch of stuff there. How the fuck am I gonna fucking I don't.
If I'm very particular, that means I've told you all the information. You have all the knowledge.
No, but like if you have a specific horse sanctuary, a specific place in the country that you want to go to do that, you should plan that, because any way I plan it is going to be disappointing for you. Like I know you like horses, okay, so I'm going to find you an Appalachian trail ride. You're like, I don't want to go to Applebee's.
Can I interject here?
Go for it.
So what is the last thing that you planned that she has nitpicked intensely?
Yeah.
Like, give me some examples here.
Like when I was trying to plan Europe. After
When were you trying to plan Europe?
the horseback riding stuff and then the Switzerland thing.
You were
Okay,
not
hold on.
trying to plan it. Our assistants were trying to find a place.
No. Hold
That
on.
was not you. The whole vacation is Jimmy.
Can I finish?
Once
Sure.
again, who the fuck is Jimmy?
Oh, your brother, dude.
Okay, that's right.
Listen, man.
So like, do you remember like we're gonna do the London leg, right? Do you remember when I was talking like, okay, do you want to visit Bath? And you're like, what? And I was like,
what is it?
so we're going to Stonehenge because you want to see that.
Okay.
On the way, there's other places you can see, and I was looking at those options, and then you're basically like being like, well, that's a 2-hour car ride. That one.
I was not. I did not analyze the car rides at all. No.
You did. You said
that
it was
was not me. No, you told me information. I said okay.
Do you know what I think is going on here?
What's up?
I think both of you are like scared of each other.
In what sense?
Like, okay, she's afraid that she's going to be spending money or something and like
Oh, I
whatever.
see.
And then you're afraid that she is going to discredit all of your effort.
I don't care about the discrediting effort. I care about like if I go and do all this planning, and then I bring it to her, and then she changes everything anyways. It's like at that point, I don't like the pretense of like,
Well, discredit your effort, that she changes everything.
I'm the most easygoing person ever. Like the vacation where you were like, this horse sanctuary, we're gonna do this, this, and this. I was like, okay, let's do it.
That wasn't a vacation. That was like a few-day excursion.
I'm gonna order. You want some?
That's not a vacation
Seafood risotto.
in the sense that I'm talking about, like a New Zealand
Bro,
trip.
you were going to a random part of the country.
And a lemonade.
We're going to a random part of the country.
You were gone for like maybe 3 days max.
because it was sandwiched between another trip that we were doing.
Yeah, so I'm saying it's not a vacation what I'm talking about.
All right, well, if you want to be technical, be like, this is a leisure trip. It's not a vacation. Like, what the fuck are we talking about?
Why did you decide to come to South America?
Because he asked me to come.
But why did you want to come?
I didn't initially.
But why?
Because I'm battling a sinus infection.
Beyond that.
But what? Okay, sinus infection. But you still decided to come. Why?
Because he kept asking.
No, but like, why? Deep down, inside of you, why did you want to come?
I didn't really, so I don't know. I just didn't. I was tired of writing the notes.
I see the problem between both of you
Go
guys.
for it.
Would you say that Kate is she loving? Is she very loving?
In what capacity?
Well, I mean, I feel like the normal answer most people would say is I came because I want to spend time with him. That'd be like the normal answer, right?
Right. Yeah.
I don't like spending time when he's on stream though, because he turns into like argumentative Andy.
So you don't like when he's streaming,
No, I don't want being around him.
and it wasn't your idea to get in the stream.
No,
Well.
Do you hate this right now with me?
no, it's just fine.
Wait. I wasn't gonna stream even after the robbery. You wanted me to start streaming
With
on
me,
your stream.
I didn't push you to stream on your own. In fact, I discouraged it when you started doing it.
Can I ask one more thing? I'll interject. Sorry.
Yeah, keep going.
Kate, I'm gonna ask both of you guys. Can each of you say one thing that you love about each other?
Yeah. I love the fact that he rescued me and didn't let me die and collect life insurance.
All right, but let's go with something more personal, right? Like something that's not just that.
Like characteristic or something.
Like something his character. What do you love about his character, and what do you love about her character?
I would say I appreciate his responsibleness.
Okay.
He's very cautious with stuff, which can be good, but unfortunately usually just ends up in like overstressing even when we don't need to anymore.
Okay, so you don't
Wait,
really like it then?
Well, I do like it.
was like
To
a
the
double-
extent of like, he's made sure our future is financially taken care of, but it feels like I can't really enjoy the finances at the same time.
Well, because you don't understand them.
That just doesn't mean I shouldn't be able to enjoy them. Like, you get to go on this vacation and be here for an unknown amount of days, but I can't even get like a couple
Well,
weeks in
I'm
New
break
Zealand.
even or making money.
So why don't you say one?
But
nice
we
thing
have
about
enough
her?
money to where that doesn't matter.
I like that I can. What? Do you want me to actually engage with that first or what?
Just do what he says.
Yeah, no. I like that I trust when she tells me how she feels or what she's going to do, that like there is effort made to do that thing, and I don't have to second guess the motive or whatever.
So you like that you can trust her.
Yes.
Okay. You know what's interesting? Okay, this is what's interesting to me. you did it. You said what you liked about her, and that was it. You said what you liked about him, but then you kind of started to like explain other things that were not really relevant that like made it worse for him, which tells me that you have some resentment towards him.
Probably.
Financial resentment is what I'm guessing here, because you just keep talking about New Zealand. So, in my honest therapeutic opinion, in order to patch these issues, you should take her to New Zealand.
Yeah, and you want me to plan everything. I don't think you do, but you're gonna say it. Let's hear
I
it.
want you to at least be like, hey, let's go do this.
So you don't want me to plan everything?
I'm okay if you planned everything, because you know
And
what
we'll
I
do
like.
what I plan. Or is it
I
going
mean,
to be
sure.
like crossing out?
Well, dude, she
You
wants to
still
go.
can ask me,
She
though.
wants to go to New Zealand, right?
Yes.
You don't really care to go. So, if she decides to change some of your plans, who cares? It's like it's for her, right?
Yeah, but that's why I wish you would just come up with, these are things I definitely want to do. Give me some structure.
I've given you so many things I want to
Because
do.
if you plan it, and if you plan it correctly in a way that she likes, it means you listen to her, and it means you love her.
Right.
So if you plan something and it's totally the opposite of what she wants, it tells her that you don't listen to her.
Well, yes. But like, you run into the conundrum of like, sometimes it's impossible, right?
Okay, what do you think I would like in the New Zealand trip?
Lord of the Rings related tours and
Okay.
stuff, right?
Okay.
Probably some kind of horse ride through
Okay.
some kind of scenic landscape.
Okay.
New Zealand is so beautiful. I was there. It's amazing.
So then what are you stressing about?
Well, so like for instance, this Switzerland thing, right? Like, one billionaire told you that Interlaken horseback riding, and then we looked into it. It's like, well, it's very hard to ride horses there because either the stables have to bring them into that place, or like there's nowhere to stay that is kind of in spec with what you want to do. Like, in terms of that.
I think I understand where Nick's coming from as well, financially, because I think I deal with the same problems myself. So, he is very protective of money. Hey, listen, buddy. So, he's very protective of money, and he's willing to spend money on things like the stream, which upsets you, because why does he spend money with me, right? Mm-hmm. But, in his mind, it's like, okay, on stream, I can make the money back. So it's not a
Right.
net
It's
negative.
just it's
He's looking
insulting
at
to
it-
me when I have worked for so many years.
No, I get it.
And I'm like, what the fuck? We don't need to be making KPP. We could just have a vacation.
No, I get it. I'm just trying to explain how I think he
So
feels.
why did I throw ass for 10 years if you were just going to be like, oh, I need to keep working. Got to make it productive.
So, well, I was gonna get to like the fix to
Okay.
that, because like I deal with the same problem. It's like sometimes it's like if Kimmy's like she wants to do something, I'm like, yeah, it's a net negative. I'm not making any money from it, not making money back. It's a waste of time. But it's a really terrible mindset because there's no balance between relationship and work, and you're eventually gonna end up with either a really bad relationship or really bad work, or you gotta balance it. So this is what I do now. If I go on a vacation or do something with Kimmy and I don't really want to spend the money, but I do because it makes her happy, what I do is I go live and do steak only and then turn the stream off right after.
Okay.
So you should do some day trading after you go on a vacation with her. I don't, because you don't have a steak deal, so and it makes your money back.
Or I should get a steak deal.
Or get a steak deal, yeah.
I mean, it's like one of the things we don't see eye to eye on is like.
But you look at it as a net negative, right?
I do. Yeah.
And that's the same problem I struggle with. It's terrible. You have to just spend the money. You guys got a lot more money than I do. And if I'm willing to do it, you guys should do it too.
For me, it's really not the money; it's the time.
Which doesn't make any sense.
Well, I mean,
We already made the money. Now all we have is time.
You guys also have a really good passive income.
Yo, Paul.
Yeah.
You want some?
Lemonade and risotto. Through your investments.
yeah.
There's no way you spend more than what your passive income is, right?
Well, for a very long time, I couldn't get her to keep a budget, which is.
It's going to be hard to make your wife keep a budget when she's making $1 to $2 million a month.
Well, what's the budget here?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, no,
That's what I'm saying.
It's not to stay on a budget. Is to know what you're spending. And like literally like that point was illustrated so hard because she fought me for 3 months, and then we finally looked at it, and it's like, oh, someone's hacked your credit card and they've been spending it for 3 months.
And you had no idea.
Yeah. So it's not about staying under a
Well,
number.
that sounds like a security problem with you guys personally, because when somebody
That
spends
was like one time in 10 years. Though.
when somebody spends even $1 on my card, I get a text, no matter what.
Yeah, I wasn't getting text about it.
Yeah, but you guys should set up security to avoid that. But that's not the problem. The problem is money creates mental illness, right? He's got a mental illness with money, and so do I. Dude, one time Kimmy bought a cheeseburger without my consent, and I fucking bitched her out. Dude, I make over, there's sometimes I make over $1 million a month as well, and she spent $5 fucking on a cheeseburger.
You're a bitch, dude.
So I understand exactly what's going through his mind. But I, am self-aware of these things. And that was 2 months ago, so I've learned my lesson.
2 months ago, dude. You're a piece of shit, man.
But I get it. Money creates mental illness. He's got a number. He wants 100 million, billion, whatever he wants, right?
He doesn't even have a number he wants.
I just like being productive and doing things. And so, like, it's not the money thing, it's the time thing, right? Because, like
what time do you feel like you don't have?
no, I'm just saying that, like, when you go, like, okay, why not New Zealand? To me, I'm just like, why the hell are we going to Europe and not New Zealand first?
Because that's a family vacation, and your
Take
family
everyone to
planned
New
it.
Zealand.
Little kids can't go hiking; they want to go to Disneyland, Paris, and Legoland.
Oh, wait, you guys went to Disney Cruise, right? Wasn't that like $100,000 you said?
Yeah,
80 something.
it was a
So
So
family
why are you,
vacation.
what is the
That's
problem
what she
with,
keeps putting other things in front
It's
of the New
not
Zealand.
me,
So
I'm just agree-
what's the problem with going to New
It's
Zealand?
not
There's
me
no problem. She
putting
just
things in
wants to, like,
front. It
plan
says your
these
family
things.
plan stuff, and you don't.
wait. First of all,
Nah, just like relationship problem.
my family,
Just
like my family has no say in how we spend our money. You like spending time with my family, therefore we
Right, when
bring
they
them
suggest
along.
that there's vacations they'd like to do, I'm like, sure, that sounds good.
But you
Because
see-
you don't fight them. But when I try to bring it up, you historically you fight me on vacations.
Okay.
So I view them as my only way to get a vacation.
I'm just trying to.
That's so crazy.
I'm trying to figure out right now who's the root of the issue here. And I'm really trying to figure it out because I do see flaws between both of you right now. But in my opinion so far, I believe that Nick is probably more of the problem right now in this exact situation because it sounds like she's just resentful financially. Like
Yeah.
she wants to spend the money. She worked for how many years.
Yeah.
She wants to spend the money that she worked hard for, whatever.
Sure.
And you're trying to budget and trying to
Yeah.
hold make sure you guys can stay rich forever. I understand where you're coming from completely, but sometimes you should just take a mill, put it to the side, and say fuck it, blow that shit.
But for this thing, it's like we've taken a lot of pretty epic trips, with family or whatever. And it's like it's
Paul, what do you
surprises.
want?
Man, a motherfucking risotto. How many
I don't
times I
think
gotta
they
tell
have
you,
risotto
man?
on this fucking menu,
What's the
dude.
seafood
Okay,
risotto?
I would
There's
like.
not one-
Okay, can I please have a taco?
Tacos, all right.
Yeah, tacos.
Yeah,
With
I
with
feel
the purple lemonade.
Purple lemonade.
You know what the craziest
Just normal lemonade.
thing? 2 hours ago, I ordered a seafood risotto.
Yeah, I told them that. I don't
Is
know.
there still seafood risotto coming, or?
Did you order it?
I guess.
My room service this morning was seafood
I know.
risotto
It's
too.
like it doesn't exist. They put it on the.
So sorry, did you order it? Sorry, because I know my partner it was about you.
No, it's a seafood risotto.
Yes.
Did you order seafood risotto?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let me see, please, because I'm just continuing. Because
Okay.
my
Yeah.
partner
No worries.
Was,
No worries.
all right, so let me see.
No, so for me it's surprising because it's like we take like New Zealand wouldn't even be as much as a Disney cruise, right? But the way we did it,
Sure.
and so it's like so it's like it's not money.
I know. My point is, you're willing to spend money when it's family, when it's your family who
No,
wants
no,
to
no,
go
no,
on
no, no,
vacation.
no.
You're like, sure. But then when your wife asks to, you always were putting it off.
Oh my
Putting it
god,
off.
dude! Forget the
Putting it off.
tacos. Excuse me. Hey, can you tell him 4 cheese pizza? No tacos. Thank you.
That's what I'm saying. It's not a money thing. For some reason, you just don't want to enjoy vacations with
No,
me.
that's
for
a
the
very
sake of
weird thing.
vacationing.
First of all, here's a weird thing, right? I don't mind bringing my family on the vacation. I don't mind that at all.
I think you should not bring your family on vacation. She clearly wants to just spend time with you.
That's the thing. You think that you have to get my family to go for me to go? That's
Because
crazy.
every time I've asked to go, you always say, no, we need to grind, we need to do this, no, it's a good time to make money. You always prioritize the career.
That is not even a
that
legitimate.
is true. But then when
We're
family...
talking about the last 2 years. It's not that. Like stop talking about like 5 years ago, 7 years ago. Like right now, you want to do these family trips.
Right, but I want to
Strangely,
also...
I'm gonna be
do-
honest with you though, Kay. I feel like you don't communicate with him very well.
Yeah, she doesn't.
Like if you feel this,
tell him this all the... Like,
but how do you say it
Gosh.
though? How you say it is very important. Communication is difficult.
What would you think would be a good way to say it?
Well, how do you say it? Like, okay, if I was you, I would say, I really want to go to New Zealand, just us. I really want to spend time with you. I miss spending time with you. I don't want this, like, forget the money. We got plenty. Don't worry about it. Just please, let's just go to New Zealand.
I've said that during our career, too. And he was like, no,
When's
we
the
need to
last
work.
time you said
Stop,
that?
we need to work.
You just keep going back.
When's the last time you said that?
I don't know, probably before the robbery.
And that was a while ago. And
Bro.
what does he respond to when you say that? That's work,
It
right?
was like, we need to prioritize the work right now, yeah.
And then what do you say after the work day?
So I'm just like, why? We already have so much money.
That's a good response. Why? We have so much money. That's a great response. And then what do you say?
I mean, I have no problem with New Zealand. It would just be like,
No, but what do you say? She says, okay, we have so much money, let's go to New Zealand. What do you say?
I mean, I don't have anything. That's what I'm saying. It's
No,
weird to
you
me.
mean, what have you said?
What have you said when
Oh,
she
it's
says
past.
that?
That's the thing. When you say before the robbery, like that's.
Okay, dude, you gotta stop deflecting.
That's what I mean.
Is this how he
No.
talks with you?
Yes.
He
That's
like-
deflects nonstop.
yes.
No, it's just like,
Constantly.
but she's
Tangents,
stuck in
topic
points that are like
changes.
not great, right? Like when you say before the robbery, that's like so vague. That's like you saying like before yesterday. It's like, yeah, every time period from like the beginning of time till now, like it has been a very
Nick,
long time.
what do you say to her when she says we have so much money? Can we do this? What do you say?
That's what I'm saying. Like we've taken other trips.
No, but what do you? Just answer the question, bro.
I would say sure.
No, what have you said?
No, that's the thing. Like
No, not that. What have
Now
you
you
said?
know why.
Historically, what
I
have
feel
you
like
said?
insane.
she literally just plans other trips instead. And
No,
I say
that's
yes,
not
no.
true.
Bro, you're still not answering the question.
That's the thing. I don't have an objection.
I
to
don't
it.
plan trips,
I
your
don't have
family
an objection.
does.
I don't have an objection to it. I don't, unless
Why are
you're
you
talking
talking
about,
like a Fed or something, bro?
unless you're talking about like literally right when we got married. I had an objection.
No, okay, what have you said throughout our career when I say I want to go on a vacation, and I've mentioned New Zealand
Stop.
several
Okay.
times? What have been
You
your
see, that's the thing.
responses?
You're playing a game where you say like, I'd like to. She'll say
She's
like,
not playing a game, bro. You won't even answer the question.
no, she's saying she wants to go on vacation. She hasn't brought up New Zealand multiple times.
I
in the past.
have.
Sometimes she'll bring up New Zealand. Sometimes she'll bring up vacation. It goes all over the place.
'Cause I'm so starved for any vacation.
Dude, you
Okay, you tell me. What does he say when you say we have
We
so
need
much
to work. We need to grind. We need to take advantage of the opportunity that we have while we have it. It won't
Millions,
be forever.
Millions of dollars later, still says it.
Yes.
when was the last time I said it? 2 years ago? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
During my kick contract. Yeah.
So like 2 years ago. Like you're bringing it up
Because
now.
our life has been crazy since the robbery.
You know, I've been through this exact situation. Sometimes Kimmy says the same thing. She's like, you should go live more so you can, make this money while it's here because, it's not always going to be here.
Yeah.
And you know what I say to her? I say, there's more to life than money, and I don't feel like it right now.
That's how I feel, but he doesn't see it that way. He sees the money as like
difference
the
is
priority.
This, right? The difference is this: it's that like now we're in a position where you aspire to a lot more things
Thank you.
that wouldn't even be on the table if not for us being in this position.
Sure, but
But Kimmy hasn't, at least so far, been like asking for something crazy or like. No,
Kimmy
sorry.
is not the one who worked
You're
for
right,
10
yeah.
years to
So it'd
make
be-
the
but
majority
you
of
see,
the
it'd be
millions.
different. If Paul had like grand designs on like $1 billion fortune, then you probably should be working more, right? Like if you actually had a goal that required the money, then you probably should be working more. Would you?
Yeah,
would you
but
agree?
there's more to life than money. And what is the point of money if it
I
impedes
actually
on
agree
my
with that.
happiness, right?
I actually agree with that. The driving, like I would be happy if you told me right now the house that we have in Houston, that's it. That's the
But
house.
why that's it though? If I had
My
the
point is,
whole
I
point
need
is I
less
need to be
than
able to spend the money.
What's
I
your
make.
number? What are you looking
I don't have
for?
a number.
But
Well, see,
okay,
he has a mental illness, I guess.
if you don't have a number,
Fine.
that's a bad. You gotta have a number. If you don't have a number, you're never gonna be happy, dude.
It was 100 million, and then like
That is crazy.
and then no.
Bro.
Okay, so you're saying in the past 10 million.
Yeah, my number.
Yeah.
My number was 10 million, and I mean I still stream, but like it's like it's like there's more to life than money.
Mine was 10, then it was 25. And
Yeah,
then,
but
like,
that's the problem. I had a goal, and once I completed that goal, now I just don't think about money anymore. I don't think, let's get 100 million now, because when does it end?
well,
when does it end?
She's the driving force of it inflating.
What do you mean?
Like
we
when
still
you-
haven't even achieved the things I want to
When
do.
we first were talking about it, you wanted a $5,000 horse, and then you started doing
You mean
horses.
before I got a career? What
Exactly.
do you mean?
And-
Okay,
and
well
then-
then you can't talk about before we
when you
started our
say-
career.
No. But when you say you want a horse, and then later it becomes like, let's go to auction and let's like pay double what we
Well,
thought
yeah,
we were gonna
like
pay.
millions of dollars of net worth later, sure.
Nick, this is the problem.
Yeah.
Once you hit
The
100
fuck?
mil, you're gonna want 500. Once you hit 500, you're gonna want a bill. Then a bill, 10 bill. Like,
So I thought you meant like, what is
You'll-
an aspirational number today? Like, if you're talking about
no,
historically,
today doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You've already changed from 10 mil to 100 mil. Or from
it's
50.
not for my sake.
What?
Whose sake is it for?
Because I don't need any, like, I tell her this all the time.
So I can't spend my own money for my own sake according to you? Like what?
What are you talking about?
What? You're not making sense. What are you trying to
Because
say?
you're interrupting me halfway through a sentence, so yeah, it's not going to make much
Okay.
sense.
All right.
I just
Keep going.
don't know how you're ever going to be happy if
No,
you
no,
keep
I
upping
think
the
you
numbers.
have the wrong idea there. I don't have grand designs on more money. Like, I haven't had that since 25.
And you said you wanted 100 mil.
No. I thought you said what the goal was. I thought you meant like, if
Yeah,
we're going to... Well, I mean,
your
I
goal,
assume
right?
you set forward goals, not like backward goals. But if we're just saying like, what was the number? It was 10 million, and then when we hit that, it was 25, and then that was it, because that was the limit of like being ultra high net worth, right?
I do have an opinion here formed based on this past 10, 20 minutes of conversation, but
Sure.
I don't want to offend anybody.
No, you won't offend me, but the thing is, like, she snuck in stuff in the thing where she was like, oh, well, before the robbery, it's like, okay, but like, you know, it's like closer on the par of 2 years, but you're
So-
citing 1 year.
Okay, so I'm going to say something here. I hope it doesn't offend you
No, you're
or
fine.
you. This is just my opinion for therapy. I think you're a covert narcissist, and you want to keep working at her expense because you want to buy more fancy things. And then Amaranth, I think you're just a giant pussy.
That's probably true. But that's usually how it goes, a narcissist praising the pussy.
Yeah, but in order to avoid that, you have to stop being a pussy. You have
What
to
does that mean-
put
take,
your
though?
foot down and tell him, no, we're doing this. Right? A marriage goes both
I
ways.
don't think he would be on board if I did that. I think he would just say he wants a divorce.
So I think,
Why would he divorce you?
I don't know, he says it all the time.
Okay, but listen, actions speak louder than words. If somebody's giving you words with, like, threats with words, it's not real. They don't actually want to do that. It's because if they actually wanted to, like, if he actually were to want to divorce you one day, he wouldn't say it. He would just do it. When somebody's using words as threats, it's something they're not actually going to do. It's just a way to control. And I know this because I do this all the time.
So then how could Kimmy put her foot down in a way you would accept?
Well, it's impossible.
Yeah, so
But the difference is, you have a lot more leverage than Kimmy does in your relationship. That's the difference here.
do I? It doesn't feel like I do.
no, so here's the thing, right? Like, I get your point because it might look like that on the outside, but like, I also sell things, and she
Just to clarify, I do respect Kimmy's opinions and everything. I'm just trying to go to I'm just saying things on a very extreme level so they understand. Like, easier, you know.
Yeah.
So the thing is,
Had to turn the light on.
no, it's already on. But I just like working, and
Can I get some more water?
when you
It's in Spain, right?
so like when you said that, like, I wanted her to keep working, like, it's not her, it's me that I want to keep working, right? And so
At her expense, though.
no. So like, that's why we started the OF agency, is because it has nothing to do with you, in theory, right? Like,
no,
like,
you were saying that I have to stay popular in order to get girls to sign
Well, if
for
you
it.
wanted-
So I need to keep streaming and I need to stay
so
relevant.
I brought to the idea that we could do an agency.
Nick,
and
do you
then-
love her?
Yeah.
Do you love him?
Yes.
That's
why I'm still here.
That's a crazy.
So,
yes.
no, seriously. Her yes was a lot more genuine than Nick's yes. She's saying yes as like, and sighing and shaking her head as like a way of like, yes, I do, but I'm so exhausted. And Nick said yes very quickly, almost in a non-emotional way. So it seemed more fake.
For me, it's like, what do you have that's more valuable than your life? If you're willing to kind of confront three guys with guns in the middle of the night, I feel like, what else can I give? Like, that's not a problem. You can throw money
I
at.
think you're lacking a lot of emotional time with her.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that. Like, but like, I've been trying to resolve that more so.
How?
What do you mean how?
You say come to this trip and then you still feel like you have to stream all the time. You said come to South America.
Let me-
It'll be
okay.
fun. We
Hold
can spend
on.
time together.
So,
and then it's like
if you weren't
still
here,
scream.
would we have spent more time or less time emotionally connected? Okay, then that's the point, right? Like you're saying, it's not every moment. I agree, it isn't every moment.
Do you always?
Well, even at home,
do you guys
it's not
always
really.
have this conversation in a way where it's like, I feel like
He's always trying to rationalize why he doesn't emotionally connect or have time for me or prioritize any things I want.
I feel like it's like you're in a business meeting. You're like talking to her like it's a business meeting.
Well, I mean, I'm just trying to make her see that like it doesn't have to be like every given moment for it to be like a net positive. Like for something that like you derive some emotional pleasure or joy from, right? Like that's the thing of like, you know, like you travel to a place for work. Can you carve out time to enjoy? But do you look back on that and say, why didn't I enjoy every moment of this trip, you know, and why did I work at all? Well, it's like, you shouldn't rationalize it that way.
Sure, but you're always telling chat that you don't need the KPP because you have millions and millions and millions of dollars.
That
and so
is
then
true.
what that conveys to me is that you want to stream and talk to a bunch of stranger degens on the internet rather than actually spend quality time with me persistently.
I think you're forgetting that women work on emotions. You're speaking logically to her. You got to stop doing that. Logic doesn't work with women.
No,
right?
I know.
Women are stupid. So you have to talk to her with emotion.
So the conversation you missed was that I was telling her, like, when you bring me stuff, don't bring it to me with, like, this logical case. Just tell me you want something.
And I'm not saying you're stupid. I'm actually
No,
kind of
you're
siding
saying
with you here.
Women in general, yeah.
But women in general are usually...
The conversation we were having was, like, she had presented to me a trip she wanted to do, and she goes, here's why we
Dude,
should-
stop rationalizing.
That's the thing.
Stop trying to logic...
He says I logic too much because I said I would
Dude.
like to go volunteer with Mustangs. He knows that's something I want to do. I don't feel like I need to express myself more emotionally than that. And I think it'd be good to get experience with those Mustangs because I plan to open my own sanctuary.
What do you,
So
I don't even
wouldn't
know
that
what
be
you just
smart
said.
to do?
Dude, just
And
pretend
then
you're
he's like,
Pinocchio.
don't come to me with
That's
rational
what I wanted her to
thoughts.
tell me, I want to do
It's
this.
like, what?
Not
No,
like...
dude, what the fuck are you guys talking about? Stop. Pretend you're Pinocchio. Talk to her like you're fucking Pinocchio. Hey, you want to go to New Zealand? Oh, you feel sad today? Okay. Like, dude, just give her the fucking
thank
bullshit talk or whatever. Stop trying
another plate?
to rationalize shit. And you,
Do you have another plate?
Amaranth,
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you gotta not rationalize
Yeah,
shit with him
Oriental.
neither.
Just
bring
It
it
ain't gonna
up.
work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know how you fight against narcissists? And I hate to give away my secrets because I don't want that secret to be used against myself. But to fight against a narcissist, you have to ignore them. Don't rationalize.
And when I do that,
Don't.
he just knocks on my door constantly and says open the door for hours.
Okay, and
Well,
just don't. Just ignore. Don't rationalize. Don't respond. Don't react. Just ignore.
When you say that I wanted her to keep working or something at her expense,
Then you might die. Or maybe that's just a
it ignores the fact that before, when we were first married, I was the one who worked like a dog. And I continue to do that the whole time. Like, my thing is that I don't like being idle. It's not about, like, at her expense. No, it's at my own expense. It's just, I spent 7 years investing in a very particular way of building a skill set that only works if there's an influencer involved.
Right.
And so then now this is me saying, you know what, fuck that. I'm gonna do both. And so like, and then somehow still I'm being a narcissist, I guess, because I'm now like doing both ends of the job.
No, you're not a narcissist. You're a covert narcissist, which means you're hiding.
You're an undercover, dude.
You're like hiding your intentions, kind of.
Okay.
Like you're very emotionally disconnected, I think.
Yeah.
And you are putting other things above what would be more important in the relationship for, your gain or for your own happiness, which is what like a covert narcissist would do. Now, if you were a malignant narcissist, you'd probably be slapping her and shit. But you're not that.
I've always liked to keep busy. That's like a huge thing for me.
I just don't get it, dude. If I was in your position, bro, I would just be like, you know what? I'm not going to stream. I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to spend time with her because that's what she wants. You guys do have a lot of fucking money. What's the point? Like, I know you'll probably get depressed if you do nothing all day. I understand that. I'd be the same way. But what's more important, your happiness or her happiness? You can't have it both ways.
find balance?
No. You can't have it both ways. It's either the girl's happy or the guy's happy. Which do you want?
I thought you both could be happy if you guys just like listen to her. Like I would just go on that trip, man. Just like actually do something like just where you feel like you're not screaming with her and shit like that. Because I feel like that's
Did you want to actually try some of this? You can too.
The only way both parties are happy is if both parties are poor. When people have money,
That's actually
only
true.
one can be happy.
Well, I don't know about that, but like definitely easier to.
Because this is exactly what happens.
Well, so the thing is, like, you actually think that I restrict you versus like enable, like the things.
Did you say something?
Yeah.
I didn't even hear you.
I mean, I just think you should go on that trip, dude. Like, just fuck the street.
Well, that's the thing, like,
trip, man.
So like,
That's all she wants. Dude. Just go on that fucking trip.
I've said yes to basically every trip.
What,
Like-
what trip?
I think you just gotta plan that New Zealand trip. I feel like that's something that she really
But
wants.
that's the craziest thing because I previous to that, she'd never once asked me to plan it. Like that's why I'm like,
Just
wait, you
you
want me
plan
to
it.
do
It'll be like just like a Karen act though. Just like you're like
No,
you're
Have you
hard
ever
shit.
tried slipping cocaine into a drink?
That's crazy.
No.
What the-
Did you want to try this actually? Because it actually came in.
Oh, no, I'm good. I got the
Okay.
pizza.
I'm really happy with that.
Do
Yeah, it's
you
like-
would you ever divorce her?
I mean, if we could not communicate or even attempt to resolve something, sure.
The answer should be no. Why is the answer not no?
Because he's threatened it so many times.
dude,
He has
see,
to justify his actions.
Listen, man to man, what
Yeah.
you just said makes total sense. No shit, yeah. If you can't communicate well, fucking divorce. Yeah, no shit.
Okay.
But when the woman's also hearing the conversation, you can't talk like that. You have to talk like, you have to lie. You have to say, no, I would never divorce. So you have to lie. Because if you know, like, bro, because you have to talk with the emotions, talk like, you gotta satisfy the emotional part.
I mean, yeah, I can understand that.
And it's not really a lie. It's just you're changing the narrative. Instead of being logical, you're just saying, no, we'll never get divorced. But it's kind of like a, gray area of lives.
I mean,
Would you ever divorce him?
Bro,
The
what
problem
From what I
is,
lived with so far, I feel like at this point nothing can break me except him filing and serving me.
the answer is no for you.
Yeah.
That's a good answer. You know what worries me, though, about this? You're willing to say things. Like, you're willing to say these things and be vulnerable. I feel like you're not really willing to be vulnerable, and that puts you in a position of power over her, and she is just accepting it because she's a giant pussy.
which vulnerability do you think I'm not revealing?
Any of them.
Like, bro, if he's not willing to be vulnerable, you shouldn't be vulnerable neither.
I'm just a naturally vulnerable person.
Yeah, but that is a problem. That makes
Yeah,
you...
but I can't be fake is the issue. That's why I'm not a good streamer, because I can't fake a good stream persona.
Who
like
says you're
that.
not a good streamer?
Me and him historically.
Clearly you've made it, so...
Yeah, well, that's what I titties.
I don't know why you're being so hard on yourself.
I'm just reiterating.
Okay, what I'm saying is, I clearly see I know exactly what you're doing. I do the same things. I see straight through it.
I mean, I don't think I like nice things to the point of like, because I'm willing to sell them.
You're smart. You're smart. But you'll never be happy. If you don't change the way you're thinking, you're not going to be happy, bro.
I don't really care about the money wasting
It's
factor.
not about it. I don't even think it's about the money necessarily.
Uh-huh.
I think it's also about just, you want the leverage, the power, you want that. You want I get it. I want leverage and power in my relationship too. Every guy does. Clearly, that's not healthy though. The most healthy would be if both people had equal leverage. But I struggled for years to see my partner as an equal.
Yeah, he doesn't want me to be equal. He wants me to listen to him, and
You're-
everything is he gets the final say. and all
He
that stuff.
reminds me of myself like 6 months ago. So, I'm just saying, like, you gotta learn to let it all go to be happy, Nick. You got this woman who clearly cares about you. But I need you to show that you care about her too.
I mean, I feel like the cadence of our life is that she wants something, I figure out how to get it.
Dude, why are you playing Zelda music?
Something whimsical out here. I don't know.
Like,
And,
there are things that I like, but if it just makes sense to sell them, I sell them, right? Like the watches and the cars are net positive. I didn't want to sell the Ferrari, but like, I mean, it's too good of a
Dude,
price.
what are you talking about?
What I'm saying is that like, it's not the things. I don't like hoarding nice things. If it's available and I think it's a good opportunity, like I'll hold it until it's not.
What the fuck are you talking about?
It was the comment you made earlier about the wanting more money to buy things.
You're still stuck on that, dude. Let it go.
This is why our arguments last 36
Well,
hours.
so like, what you don't, because this is like very hard for someone on the outside to understand. The really expensive RM, right?
When somebody's not letting it go, you have to ignore them.
So
Because they'll never let it go.
Yeah, the really expensive RM, right? That we got, like that day we were fighting. I said, I'm not going to buy the watch. You said, no, go buy it. That's what that's the part
Dude,
you're missing.
Fuck the watch, fuck
I
the
don't-
Ferrari, fuck all this shit, bro. Why don't you talk to her about her feelings?
Because so that the conversation that you missed right when you came in was I was telling her, when you want something, just tell me you want it. Don't explain logically why it makes sense to get it. That is if you tell me that, I'm going to engage with it on logic.
Okay, but then I tell you I want something, and then you still fight back whether I present logic or not.
Where did I fight back?
Like I said, okay, I just want to go do the Mustang reservation volunteer. And it's like, well, it'd be,
No,
it'd
I
be
said-
better to wait till we have the land first.
Because I thought you meant like this year, and we already have things in March, clearly. And now New Zealand, right?
Sure.
Like you
Wait, what do you mean now New Zealand?
well, like,
Do we have New Zealand?
well, I would ask you, do you want to try and squeeze it in before Europe? Or
No, obviously not.
Okay, well, so then the Mustang thing was also March. That's clearly. I thought you were trying to be like, okay, let's do the
Dude,
Mustang.
can we do a quick exercise?
Sure.
Can you let me see how you do this. Can you ask her about her feelings?
About what?
Just ask her about her feelings. Like, console her. If she's just show me how you console her.
He doesn't. If I'm crying, he usually tells me to stop or makes fun of me.
No, that's not true.
Hey, well,
That is
on the bright
absolutely
side,
true.
about a year ago when Kimmy was crying, I would just be like, "What are you, a fucking bitch?"
Nah.
Yeah,
What
pretty
the
much.
fuck?
So that's not as bad. Well, I'd be like, "What?
So-
I'd be like, what are you, like a little
Let's
pussy bitch? Why are you
contextualize
crying
He's
for?"
done that too.
Let's contextualize it. Like,
Okay.
when you start to say something, and then I can tell you're breaking down, I tell you to just pause.
That was a year ago. I'm good now.
I tell you to pause and recover, because when you push through the point and you start crying and talking, now I can't understand what you're saying.
Yeah, getting mad at me while I'm crying because he can't understand me is not going to help me not cry.
Well, so I'm just saying, just stop, just pause. You can cry if you want, but like, don't keep trying to force the point, because then
Do
we
you
run-
instill fear in her when she cries?
I not usually.
Usually just frustration.
Yeah.
So, I mean, honestly, like, for me, instilling fear is a natural instinct for me.
Sure.
When a girl's crying, because, I don't want her to cry anymore. It's annoying.
Yeah.
But I realized within the past 45 days that fear is the wrong answer, because then they just hide their feelings from you.
Okay.
And then that's how they start to hate you and resent you. So, instead, when they're crying, even though it's fucking annoying, instead of instilling fear, you should ask them about why they're crying.
So I do that, and
And
the
then
response.
if I
can
tell him why, then he picks it apart and
Can I-
bitches at me for that reason.
I love how you rush to explain my point for me, but
Just presenting him more concise.
no. When I ask her that, she'll say something that's like, to me, it feels like it's not a real answer. She'll say like,
Dude, I feel the same way. It's like, what are
Yeah.
you saying? But you can't be like that though.
But she never
you
talks
gotta
about the
just
emotional
lie,
part.
dude.
She actually just talks about a physiological reason why she's crying, and that's the part where I'm like, what the fuck am I supposed to do with this information?
What do you mean physiological?
She'll be like, it's just I'm having trouble breathing, and it's just easier to cry. It's like I'm like,
No, it's because when I'm trying to
I'm asking the
have
emotional
confrontation
root of
with
why.
you.
She's answering the physiologically
My
why
throat-
she's physically crying.
But yeah, obviously it's because like in most cases we've been fighting for like 20 hours or whatever.
No, it's not in most cases. You're
All right, dude, you gotta just lie to her when she's crying.
In what sense?
No, this is how, dude. Me and Nick have the same issues. Or like, I used to have these issues weeks ago.
Why
But
would lying make it better?
okay, this is why lying makes it better. Because he's a narcissist. I'm a narcissist. This is what happens. We are unable to be genuinely emotional with our partner, so we have to lie. You have to just pretend you give a fuck. That's the no. I'm serious. It's just the way it is, bro. It's just the way it is. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. It's just the way it is. If you want a happy relationship, you gotta just pretend, dude. Everything she's gonna say to you is gonna be fucking stupid. You're gonna hate it. You're gonna want to pick it apart and be logical and rationalize. Don't do that. Just lie to her and say, "Oh, I'm sorry. Everything's gonna be okay. Everything's fine. Don't worry. Me, you hug. Everything's good. Just like I'm sorry. We're going to New Zealand. Just whatever." This is the only way I can communicate with him, because I just know how it is. I know how it works. Like I know how to communicate with
I
you.
would prefer lies over whatever this is. Since
Well, you're not supposed to know that they're lies, but you're sitting here, so just pretend you didn't hear this, okay? And now I'm gonna have to change my game plan too. I just sacrificed my game plan. Because now I'm going to get a text and she's going to be like, "You've been lying to me?" And I'm going to say, well, then I'm going to have to lie some more.
Also, no, like the part of it that I like is that you're basically saying that, like, if I don't think it's logical, well, then clearly it's not going to be answered by logic. Right? Like, obviously, whatever it is doesn't make sense to me, because if it did, I would have done it to avert the problem.
Well, clearly, something's not right here. She's crying all the time and shit, you know?
I don't think she's crying.
No, I did. Okay. The problem is you're not emotional. She is. You're not, validating her feelings. That's the core of that's the root of the problem here. You're not validating her feelings. You want control and leverage over validating her feelings, and you're putting money over her emotions. That's exactly the core of the issue here. And she is, drop dead in love with you, so she's unable and unwilling to fight with you. She's totally given up and exhausted on life. She loves you, but she's exhausted and doesn't want to fight anymore. So she gives you the control at this point because it's too much work otherwise, which is very smart of you.
Well, there's a lot of that I agree with.
But it's very not good for a relationship.
There's a lot of that I agree with, but then I feel like the underpinnings of it don't work out that way, because I actually have the feeling occasionally where it's like, I feel like she's sticking around, not just because the love part, but also just because it's the easiest way from A to B, what she wants, right?
Have you ever asked her?
I have said that to her directly.
and I disagree.
No, you've said that to her, but have you ever asked her?
At times I've posed as a question. The answer you give is typically what? Like, it's not just that. It's a
he's
both.
like, it's because I do. You have a point that I don't know how to do anything. I've never had to live on my own, so I've never had to learn. Sure, but I'm not sticking around for that because there's a lot of people out there that can offer that, whether it's through hiring or a relationship.
I have
what?
Like, do my finances for me. It's like I'm not sticking.
I'm gonna
around
be
for
honest
that
with you. Relationship shit and doing finances, those things. Fucking hire a financial advisor. Those things should not go together. This is what happens. Like, you guys should hire a financial advisor so you don't even have to worry about it.
That's what I've
you're
always
not
said.
like emotionally invested into like the money and
That works for you because you have some sense of like, because like if your advisor says a certain thing, you're gonna be like, what the fuck? You switch the guy, right? If he tells you, hey, you invested too much in S&P, check out this mutual fund that I think is really great. You're like, okay, fuck this guy, right? You have that sense. But like for her, she'd be like, cool, let's do it in the mutual fund, right? She wouldn't even look at the fees, the mutual fund trust. She would just be like, let's take it out of the S&P, put it in the mutual fund you think
I
is
don't
good.
even know what you just said.
Exactly. Like you need
So then
some
what do you
amount.
mean I would do
because
this
you
or
need
that?
some amount of knowledge to interface with the topic.
man, fuck that shit, bro. You guys have enough money. I'm gonna be honest with you. You don't gotta know shit about finances. When you get to
That's
a certain,
what I'm saying.
when you get to a certain dollar amount, you don't have to know shit about finances. You can put every dollar that you have into a fucking government bond, and you'll still make $500,000 a year.
Not the way she has plans for.
What does that even mean?
I mean, you want to buy.
What?
Oh, can I? Well, are you actually asking me, or just? Can I answer it?
Sure.
You want to buy thousands of acres in a very desirable location, and then you want to go and buy and then move herds of wild mustangs to that location and let them live there indefinitely.
Right.
That's a very fucking expensive proposition.
Not compared to how much money we have, though, because the land itself is like mid $5 million, and then the Mustangs are like 125 a Mustang.
But then it's
and
the
then
upkeep.
trailering is like
How many Mustangs?
Hundreds.
No, not hundreds.
Hundreds.
It wouldn't be hundreds. It would be like maybe max 50 or
Yeah,
so
that's
at a time.
50.
So another
50
5 million in wild horses that could die right
It's not
away.
the cost of the horses. It's the
No, the horses themselves are cheap.
tell them what the cost.
125K a horse?
No, $125.
Maintenance, monthly cost.
$125.
Maintenance.
Less than 200. Yes.
Oh
buy
yeah,
it
dude,
outright.
let her get thousands of horses.
No,
What?
it's the maintenance. When one gets sick, how much money are you willing to throw at it?
They're
for
wild
that?
horses,
Yeah.
dude.
It would be.
Let them die. Fuck it.
If one of her, she has a $20,000 horse, it gets sick, we'll spend $1 million to restore that horse.
What?
But
Fuck
what?
it.
That's what I'm
We've
talking
never
about.
spent that
I
much
know,
on
but
a
you
horse.
would you want that? Just
I
answer
don't.
honestly.
I
Well,
don't.
I think
I
they
can't
wait
imagine
for-
it costing that much for a vet thing.
Oh, sorry.
I can't even fathom that. That's so unrealistic.
But I'm just saying that, like, would you be willing to spend that amount?
I mean, if it
Because
was guaranteed
you've said this
survival
before. I don't know how much this is
versus
joking.
death, maybe.
You've
but I
mentioned
don't
that,
know.
like, you have a dog, right?
Why do you always
like-
present like hypothetical things that have not happened and probably will never happen? Why do we have to focus on that? That's such a waste of brain power.
Because I would rather understand the game plan for that
but
versus going blind.
you're making game plans for things that aren't realistic problems.
No, I was illustrating a point. My point was that
In theory, if a
What
12,000
happens if you just spend money without his consent?
she does that?
Not,
I don't
not,
get-
not at large amounts.
What? This is what I don't get. Okay, I'm gonna be really honest here, and I know this is gonna piss you off, Nick, and I'm so sorry, dude. But I'm trying to help here.
Go for it.
I know that you're the finance guy in the relationship, and you help build generational wealth using the money that she's earned on her stream. But at the end of the day, she is the one who put in the work, so she probably should have more say in the money, even if you're the one building the wealth.
But what do you think is the say that she has?
Well, I mean, if she wants to spend a large amount of money on something fucking stupid, I mean, I think she should be allowed to.
But shouldn't that be a conversation?
I mean, if I'm not married, so yeah, I mean, as a married couple, you should have the conversation. But it sounds like
Well, do
that's
I-
not working. So if that's not working,
So any
I
car,
think she should just do it.
any car or any like larger item that I buy, I also run through her. Right? It's not a one-way street. It's not like just tell me everything I tell her.
No, I
to say.
know that, but I'm saying you're missing the point. The point is, if I was in her position, I would be very upset and resentful towards you because I would feel like that I earned this money. I'm the one who was out on stream every day, 15 hours a day streaming. Yes, you're the one who built the wealth, but she was the one who got the initial money.
Does it change your opinion if I tell you that like every single social media post she's ever made is just me drafting
Well, initially, not lately.
it? Well,
Yeah,
if
but
I
we're
hire
talk-
someone and teach them how to do it, it's the same thing.
We're talking about, a social media post versus 15 hours a day on stream.
Right, having to
Yeah, but
act happy
there was a
and
time
thank
when
people constantly
so
and dance.
So
literally.
15 hours was like when you had a kick deal or like during the height of the hot tub meta. Like we're talking like there were years when your Instagram was gaining 15,000 followers a day.
Right, but it's still
And that was
less,
engineered.
It's less physical labor though to sit at a desk, not caring how you
It
look,
sounds-
gaining weight, eating whatever.
So her Twitter
shit.
had like a couple 100,000 followers. In 1 year, I brought it to 3.6 mil organically. And like it sounds so stupid how I did it. What I did was it's like the most fucking. I made a spreadsheet of all the girls who were e-girls, and I figured out who's growing fastest, and then I figured out why they were growing faster, and then I applied that to our own thing. Within a year, 3.3 million followers.
Would you agree that Nick helped build
Yeah,
your,
definitely
your
helped,
platform?
but it was not physically demanding.
Do you
in the
think
same
you would be
ways.
where you're at without Nick?
No,
So you agree that he's done a ton to help you make all this
Yes.
money. So
yes.
that makes it more equalized now, but at the same time,
But I still don't
it's-
get to like
to me,
even
it
have a
seem-
fucking vacation.
to me it seems like as it should be more equalized, it still seems like Nick has more of a say here instead of it being
Right,
equal.
because I'm a pussy. Yes.
Well, yeah, you're a giant pussy, but
Yeah.
but if you got to stop being a pussy, but you're scared.
I am
Why are you so scared?
because of the years of yelling.
Let me offer
What's he
one.
gonna do? He's not gonna
I don't know.
murder you.
Let me
I don't
offer
know.
He's
one.
not gonna
He's
throw
done
your body in
crazy
the
shit
freezer.
before.
Let me. I've never said anything. Well, the things Paul says are like 10x what like the worst thing I've ever said.
I've never said I wanted to decapitate her.
What?
I'm just throwing it out there. I've never said that.
I mean, the thing is, like, I've never even truly threatened her animals.
Like, I just... No, that's
Wait,
true.
What does that even mean?
Wait, no, 'cause wasn't that the whole thing?
Well, so I do the thing where I like to do. That's what I'm saying. Like all of 22.
That's not true.
None of that's true.
What the fuck?
So let me explain. Wait, are you disagreeing?
You have threatened, man.
No.
You
So
tell
here's
me
the
that
thing.
if I didn't hit a
Can I-
certain number, you would drop my dog off at a shelter.
Well, hold on. That's like now we're gonna go real deep. Basically, when we first got married, I was a breadwinner, and I let her have a lot more latitude than I probably should have. I paid for the first house that we bought on my salary. She basically picked out because I was like, you just pick something that you feel comfortable living in, and then it became this whole crazy thing where you're like, I need a yard this big. I was like, why do we need a yard that big? You go, well, I have dogs. I was like, hold on, like we're buying a house for your dogs, and so it came down to the point where like my dad, like obviously previously didn't like dogs, and my mom had passed away, so he comes visit a lot. We buy the house that you want, and then we get to the point where it's like, okay, you can bring both your dogs. You say you're going to clean and make sure there's not dog hair around, so it would exacerbate his allergies. You didn't clean once; it was just me cleaning. I brought it up to you multiple times. Finally, it got to the point where it's like, this dog, like the one that's like shedding and very problematic. We move him somewhere else. Then you suddenly start cleaning. And so it's not so much that like...
Yeah, but that's not what we're talking about.
No,
we're
but I'm
talking
saying
about the threatening of...
Okay, well, let's go back to you saying what you were the breadwinner and you
Sure.
gave her more, whatever. Who owns more right now? You or her?
owns more
Like things. Like
Him.
I know you guys like share things, you're married, but like who buys more things,
Him.
right?
So I do.
I'll look at his emails sometimes, and it's like, why are you spending $10,000 on a chain?
Can I?
on
But I will
jewelry?
also.
Like, what the fuck is this?
But I will also sell things at huge profit.
Yeah, but you'll also spend money on stuff and not tell me, like random jewelry shit.
I feel like if I sell a Ferrari I bought for $300,000, like I buy a Ferrari for $300,000.
How do you know she won't do the same?
Oh, she's never gonna sell anything.
But how do you know
She says it. She'll say I mean, is that untrue? Are you ever gonna
What?
sell any of your horses?
No.
Okay.
Okay, so you're more responsible with money, so you should be
I'm temporarily holding the asset.
so you
I always
should
see it
be
as that.
more allowed to buy expensive things.
Well, I
and she's
also
not
run it
allowed.
by her, and like I said, like my cars are net positive. Like that one sell was like,
I don't
okay,
give a fuck. I made money. I should get to spend it.
but if there's more money from me having owned it, then there shouldn't be an objection.
I'm gonna be honest, bro. I hear what you're saying. Dude to dude, that makes sense. Women should never have access to money. I agree with you. But the problem here is that's not the reality that we fucking live in. And
I have a trump card.
what the fuck does that mean?
Everything in our life is of her design. The house we live in looks like exactly how she wants it to look. Right? My left to my own devices, I would have a $5 million beach house in Malibu.
You can't do that with supercars.
I thought you were talking about the immigration.
Wait, you had like the
card.
gold,
No.
like permanent.
No.
citizenship?
What I'm saying is like,
dude, what the
no,
fuck?
I'm talking like in like the term of playing bridge.
I got you.
Yeah, like the card that like tops like
Like your
the
permanent
nuts.
resident.
So
The nuts.
So the Trump card is you could be buying $5 million Malibu.
No. What I'm saying is that like, never is the plan a beach house, even though that's what I would want. It's her acreage mountain estate. Everything that is a huge aspirational goal in our life, I let her set it and I just work towards it. Because to me, it's not about where it is. I just enjoy the process. That's what I'm saying. Like, you have to balance it with that. I buy more stuff, but the stuff that she has are immutably ours till the end of time.
I hear, dude, I know exactly what you're saying. Like, yeah, you're building more money, you sell things for profit, you hold the assets. I totally understand what
Yeah.
you're saying. And she's going to spend stuff that's going to be a total, like, throwing money
Yeah.
away. Like, I get that. But you have to let her do it sometimes. I know that's tough, but she just...
I mean, I think I do. It's just, I
Right,
like...
it just takes a lot of fighting.
No, I think there should be a conversation.
Usually takes several conversations per
Well, I mean,
thing.
like if it's a big thing, I'm sure.
Why don't you buy a $2 million Richard Mille? Why don't you just copy what he buys?
I don't want any of that shit.
What do you want?
Acreage and animals.
Besides acreage, what, like, thing would you want?
I don't want things. I don't care about jewelry. I don't care about designer clothes or bags. Really,
I
like
wish
I
you
don't
wanted
care
birds.
about.
You just want animals and acreage.
Yeah, I would
Yes.
fucking
That's
buy her
fine.
100 Birkins in a
I
heartbeat.
mean, acreage and animals. Well, fuck the animals. Not fuck the animals, but they're not an asset or whatever. But
Right.
the acreage is a good investment.
I agree.
So Like, what does she try to buy that's like throwing money away?
Oh no, it's the fact that like the horses, right? A $20,000 horse, just as an example, because I think only one of them costs.
Well, I do have to say, yeah, there's no need. Is there really a need to buy a 20K
Oh, it gets
horse?
worse. What do you think is the monthly upkeep in dollars of one horse? This is the part that
5,000.
it's 2,000.
Okay.
But you see what I'm saying? Like,
That's if you
and then,
board. If you have your own, it's better.
well, then you have to hire people. The cost is there. It's just different.
You know, a few weeks ago, Kimmy said she wanted to buy a fish tank, and in my mind, I was like, "Fuck, that shit's gonna be annoying as fuck." And I don't even like fish, and in my league could be spending money on this shit. But you know what I said? I kept those thoughts in my brain, and you know what I said? I said, "Go ahead, sure, yeah, buy a fish tank. That'll be cool." Even though I don't really want a fish tank, it would, if it satisfies her, fuck it. You gotta just, satisfy the woman sometimes.
I agree with that, but like, I know. So like, if your thought process was this, right? We'll buy the horses we want, whatever horses we want, okay. But if ever there's a crunch and we need to get rid of some horses, that would be like getting rid of children. And so everything that she gets into, I have to think of it like...
It just sounds like you guys are complete, total opposites. I mean, you don't really care for animals. She loves animals.
No, that's not true.
You're logical as fuck. She's just
I'm
like,
actually
trying to buy
illogical
shit.
in that same way. Like, I mean... So, like, here, I've never... I think, other than to have a companion for it, I've never actually gotten a pet that wasn't like... It fell in my lap, like rescue style.
Oh, by the way, I told Kimmy, if we're buying a fish tank now, we gotta put a koi in it.
A what?
Koi.
Oh, koi?
Because
You can't put those in fish tanks.
Yeah,
well, we need a pond.
And if we're having a gas fish tank, I'm not
It's
having no
gonna eat
brokey ass
everything.
fish
Yeah,
tank.
that shit will grow so fast.
Oh, I'm gonna get a giant fish tank. I'm gonna put a koi in. I'm not having no brokey ass fish tank, dude.
That'd be ballers though.
But that's like, she didn't really convince me, but I'm like, well, if we're gonna do a fish tank, it might as well not be a brokey one.
No, I think on the animal front, it's that I don't look at animals like aspirationally. Life kind of just throws me an animal.
Or a
and then that's
piranha.
the thing.
So
That'd
she-
be terrible.
So when she
Dude,
pisses
that'd be
me
so
off,
sick.
dunk her head inside of it.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I've never really picked a pet. It's just like, oh, this animal fell into my lap, right? And it's not that I don't care about them. It's that I don't care about them aspirationally. Like I don't say one day I would like to have this stallion breed. Like I don't even really have the thing where it's like one day I want to own a penguin, right?
Oh,
like
that'd be sick.
I know it would be. It's very fucking expensive. But like I just get these random ass pigeons that like they fall out of a nest. That's the pet. Like it's not that I don't care about animals. It's just that like it's that mentality where people say don't buy the dog you want, go to the shelter. She hates that. She wants the
don't
dog she
hate
wants.
that. I would do both.
But you've never done that.
That's not
Except
true.
for
My first 2 dogs were rescued.
Exactly, because
from
you didn't have
shelters.
money.
Somebody just donated and said that she wants to spend money on things that are objectively stupid, and you try to buy things that are not objectively stupid. I disagree with that donation. To be honest, because I know how you think, because we're very similar. This is all just theatrics. You're just saying things to justify the behavior to have more control over her. That's actually what's going on here.
But what do you think is the control?
Because if she's not going to spend $80 million on stupid shit. She's not going to make you guys go broke.
I mean,
Do you know how much money that is?
$2,000 per month times 12 times 30, which is how long a horse lives, and you realize that a horse costs twice as much as a kid.
But you have the passive income.
$80 million, dude.
Yeah, but like so then 150 wild Mustangs. You see the math?
Yeah, but they're wild. You don't have to take care of them.
I mean, I bet you if one of them gets injured, what are we doing? We're gonna get a vet to
See,
go
what
out there.
bothers me is you put up this much logic to try and like poo-poo on the things that I want, but if we had a son and he wanted a Lambo, you'd probably be like, sure!
Yes.
Yeah, the fucking...
Why would you buy
bullshit.
Not
yourself a
immediately.
Lambo?
Not immediately, but like we're talking like way down the road. Like, yeah, sure.
Why?
I mean,
What did he do to earn a
If
Lambo?
I
No, that-
wanted
that's
a
the
retard
thing.
mill, you'd be like, okay. You want to
So,
be like
My
that?
kids get a
Sure.
Honda Civic
no.
used.
I'm not buying them a Lambo for no reason. It'd be something like if he told me if I get Series A funding for my startup, can I buy a Lambo? I'd say yeah, because I'd rather he think about growing.
What
into
the fuck does a Lambo have to do with a Series A startup?
That's to get
So
your
Evan
kid.
Spiegel, who
Get your
started Snapchat, like that was his thing with his dad. He goes, a Ferrari if I get Snapchat Series A funded, and his dad said, yeah, I'd want you to think about not taking money out of your business to buy a car, even though you could do that. I'll buy you the car. You focus on the
So I
business.
think he does have
That's
emotions,
the type of thing I would do.
but he refuses to admit it, and instead he just justifies all his emotions with logic.
No, it's
covers
because
it up entirely.
you bring up the topic
Right.
in a logical way, and so I think we're having a discussion about logic. I don't know, it's a proxy discussion about emotions.
I just want to go back to the point.
Sure.
She's not going to spend $80 million. She's not going to make you guys go broke. So just let her spend money on shit, right?
I actually don't know that to be true. Because when I met her,
What?
she was dead broke.
Yeah, but that's because I just didn't have a job, and I lived with my parents when I was
Yeah,
20
but
years old.
because you didn't want to do certain work.
Well, yeah. I mean,
Okay, so if you gave her full control of money, right?
Yeah.
What do you think she would buy? Like, how do you think you'll go broke in 5 years?
No, but it would be like one of those things where it's like we would be on course to go broke if we didn't course correct, which I don't think if she's in control.
How
still.
much money do we have? Be honest.
No.
Because I don't even know.
No,
How much money do we have? What's
No,
the
that's not
network?
my point.
How do
My
you know
point
you guys
is
are married?
He doesn't
Don't
tell
you
me.
share bank accounts?
a lot of it is
He
so.
does, yeah, but he doesn't tell
No.
me anything. He's
A
willing
lot
to
of it
handle
is hard.
finances.
So like,
Don't you have access to it?
You like log into it too?
But they're not all.
she
the
has
money's
joint
not
access
all
to
in-
everything.
No, you put most of it in investments, so I don't look at that stuff.
But
Like
if you
there's only
ask to
ever
see
like
it,
400K
Bro,
at a time.
Have you ever asked to see it?
Yeah.
Dude,
He's
we get
never-
K1s
he's
in the
never
mail,
provided that.
Yeah,
So-
I mean, it does come in the mail. Your like investments.
What are K1s? I don't know anything financial.
See, it's not that I don't try to tell her. It's a.
You've never told me about K1. What is a K1?
I've literally mentioned K1 like dozens and dozens and dozens of times.
K2 is synthetic weed.
K1 is like a special investment category where the taxes are profit and loss on their own. Right? And so all you would have to do is add the K1s together for the ones that aren't in a bank account.
It sounds like that's kind of your fault, Kate. You should be asking and be keeping up with, hey, you know, can I see
I
the
try to tell
investments?
all the
Can I,
time.
like, you should be. How come you don't act?
Because for years he told me that I just need to focus on stream, right?
Right, but
So,
you should put your foot down and say, I want to see what we're investing in.
I've asked for like the total amounts of like, hey, like what is our net worth since like the robbery, and I've never seen it. Still, he always like has other priorities over showing me that.
I mean, that's kind of weird.
That's not true at all. What?
I've asked you, like, I want to see like how
Bro,
much money
okay,
you have.
first of all-
I'll catch you tomorrow. Take it easy, guys. Got me that?
Yeah. You can't be like, I want to know where everything is. Now I go, okay, well, how much time do you
I
have?
don't even need to know where. I want
No,
to know
okay,
how much do
I'm
we have
just
total.
trying to-
What is the net worth? And
I'm never going to be able to make it
answer.
through if you just keep. My point is, like, she did ask, and I said, okay, tell me when you have like 2 hours, and I can lay it all out for you. Never
then
came
you
back.
start-
Never came back.
I have all the time in the world. You're the one who's always
So
busy
tell me
with
when.
streaming.
Tell me. No. This is one of the things where I don't want to do it unless you have the time to devote to it, right? So you tell me when you have a 2 hour window. I'll fucking bring it
I think
because
this
I have
is
to gather stuff,
This
right?
is a very important conversation that you definitely should
Because
have.
so it's not like when you
Like,
have a
right,
bunch
you
of
should-
stuff.
You need to know where the
When you
money
have a
is.
bunch of stuff, you can't just be like, I want to know now, and then like 5 minutes later, I give you everything. That's not how it works. Like I have to, like it's a lot of work on my end, and then it's going to be like 2 hours of you looking through it all.
I mean, it's not that hard. Just show her the fucking investments. You have like apps on your phone for that.
Well, but like private equity, how do you show that?
You
That's a
have
statement.
You have statements. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a statement that comes in. So I give her that. If I gave you a K1, and here's the sad part. Remember when you did Caleb Hammer? That is everything. I gave you everything. So then you just didn't look at it? Okay.
No,
See,
then
that's
you
what I'm
did
saying.
Caleb Hammer.
But Caleb Hammer talked to you about it.
Not,
he was
not
kind of-
like how much money we have total.
Yes, he. See, this is what I'm saying. Like, I provided it all then. That's what I'm saying. It took a while. Because Caleb Hammer was like, this statement, that statement, this private equity thing, what are the
Do you
last 3
forget
years?
though that you? I don't even know if I should say it on the street.
What?
Fuck. See,
Well, I mean,
I
I don't know
don't
what
know if
you're
I can
talking
have
about.
this conversation on the street.
Well, I mean, for the Caleb Hammer thing, there are certain things that we didn't want to show, which is the real estate on balance sheet is carried at zero.
Well, sure. So, but then it's not an accurate amount. So, what does that do for me?
But literally, if you go back to your email where you sent Caleb Hammer all the information, that would save us about an hour. And then I could.
But how
show
do I
you-
know it's accurate though? If you were redacting things.
I mean,
Redacting is not changing the number. It is just
why don't you just call the people who do your investments and just ask?
I don't know those people.
See, that's irresponsible on your part. You should be involved a little bit more in what's going on. You can't just let him do everything because then you feel this way. I know it takes.
She doesn't want to.
I know.
That's not I don't want to. It's that I don't know, like, I don't have, like, the knowledge base, and then for years it's been, like, focus on streaming. Go stream 10, 12, 15, 18 hours a day sometimes.
So,
and it's just like, when am I going to have the sanity bandwidth to learn all that?
Like I said, I'm
when
really
when you try to teach her about finances,
Yeah.
what does she say? Does she listen?
She just says like, "That's not my forte. I don't know this stuff."
So is that true?
He only talks about it, not trying to educate me. Just
Did you
like,
answer it?
like, no, that's not true. When I that's not all I say to you when you ever try to talk about it. It's because you just talk about stuff in general, and I'm like, I don't really know what you're talking about right now. It's not in an educational way. You just try to talk about finances in general.
Well, I was saying if he's trying to teach you and you don't want to learn, that's
Well,
kind of
he's never like sat down and like tried to teach me this stuff.
No, it's like when
He just talks about it in
So,
general,
for instance,
not like our finances. just
I've told you
finances
like
in
8
general.
different times. Like, do you remember what a 1031 exchange is?
Yeah, that one I remember. 'cause
Okay, you see, that took 8 tries. Because every time I started doing it, your eyes would glaze over, and I'd be like, "All right, well, I guess not
Well,
today."
because if it's foreign information and you're just trying to coach me on what to say on a podcast about like
No, it
new
wasn't.
investments
No.
that you made. Of
This
course,
is-
it's going to
this
take me a while.
No,
to
no.
memorize
This
it.
is functional usage in that you want to buy a piece of land. That is how you can buy a piece of land.
See, I look at it as I have millions in the bank account. I can put a down payment and I can buy a piece of land that way.
If
I
you
don't
have
see
to
myself
use-
as having to wait for
I
it
know
to
the
be more.
easiest fix to this, dude.
What's up?
You just take a $5 million loss and you just put it in an account.
Here's what I've offered
Just
to her.
let her fucking spend
She
$5
doesn't
million.
want to do. No, I've done one better. I said, let's just split it down the middle. I'll present to you all the things. You can call me, whatever. We split it down the middle. You don't touch my half. I'm not going to fucking argue how you touch yours.
But then you
And
also
like,
say
see,
that I
and
have to
then-
figure out my own taxes and investments, and that's not fair
Yes,
for me to
because
just
once,
have to learn that.
here's
suddenly.
why.
I
Because
could
if
never
you
know
have your
anything.
half and it's already currently invested, if you disinvest it and then you come to me and say, "Hey, can you reinvest it?" Well, it's all fucked, right? Like, did you do those things in a tax advantage way? If not, suddenly your half is less than my
It's not
half.
fair to just cold turkey be like, figure it out, taking half of the money
But-
you earned for me.
I mean, if you
I can't
if
educate
you-
her. I can't give it to her cold
If
turkey.
you
can
split
educate
it down
her.
the middle
Yeah.
and she, is wasting it on, taxes or whatever, that's kind of on her, right? So why is that a problem?
Oh, I don't care. She doesn't want it.
So you want him to make more money for you?
Well, yeah, he knows what he's doing. I don't know
Okay,
anything
but the
about that.
problem is, then you can't really complain about these things.
I can still complain that we haven't been to New Zealand.
Sure, but like
Yeah.
the other stuff, you can't
I get
really complain
blindsided
about.
by that every 2
Doesn't
years.
sound like you want to learn or you don't care to learn. Just let him do all
I'm
the.
okay learning if he actually was going to teach me, but he either wants to do it all himself or do nothing.
No, I want to teach you. You just,
When?
you know what? 2 days ago and 5 days ago, I mentioned that some of the gas stations were being sold. Do you remember?
Vaguely.
Okay. And I said that that means we can do a 1031 exchange, and there is an extra pot of money to buy that land. Right? You see, that's
Okay.
me trying to keep you in the loop and trying to remind you. Remember
Sure.
the 1031 thing?
Right.
Like, I can't just sit her down and give her an hour of, like, information. She doesn't learn that way. So I sneak it in bit by bit, and then the retention is the retention. But when you say I haven't tried, that's crazy. Because every time I talk to you about finances, it's me trying. Like every time.
That's not sitting someone down and educating them from like
Because
the basics.
you don't
'cause I
want me to
don't
sit
even
you
know
down
the
and talk
basics.
at you for an hour. You want me to give it to you when it's pertinent and relevant, and I try to sneak that in as much as possible.
I mean, I'm okay sitting down talking for an hour, but you've
Like I
never
said,
done that before because I
For
was
the
always
whole
trying to be
showing
on
all the
grind.
investments thing, I told her, you tell me when you have 2 hours, and I'll get it ready. Like, just like tell me when.
No, you
you're
got to
gonna have it.
girlify it. Not 2 hours. You got to girlify it. You got to do it in like 5 minutes, dude. Just a really basic thing. So she feels like she is in the know, even if that's not true. But you just got to make her feel like she's in the know. It's all about feelings. You got to make the girl feel.
I mean, a lot.
How do
of
I
it-
feel that I know the net worth if I don't know the net worth?
Well, if he just girlifies it for 5 minutes and goes through everything real quick,
He
network.
says he can't do that though.
Yeah, but he should.
I can do
I
that.
agree, he should.
He should make
can
you
do
feel
that,
involved.
but it's going to make you more confused than less. Because you're going to be like, This is 35 million of assets. Why is it being held at zero cost? You see, that's like a fucking 1 hour conversation.
It doesn't have to. You gotta girlify it.
But
Be like, hey babe, here's $35 million. This is where it is. It's over here. It's over here. It's over here. Blah blah blah. This is what we're worth. This is our passive income, and we're good.
let me try to put it in a way that you might be able to interface with it. If someone were to ask a guy who had a lot of crypto, why don't you just turn it into USD and you know, do what you need to with it? And then they're like, well, you know, they don't know that I have that crypto, blah blah. Like there's a whole thing of like, there is stuff there, but certain people don't know it's there, and we should make them know it's there, and that's why it's held at this balance sheet.
All right, dude, you're talking about me. I get it.
Well, also me, but you get what I'm saying though? Like, you don't want to actually line it out like that.
No, I mean, you can tell your wife that.
No, I can tell her, but then she wants to see a document. I'm like, that's the whole point. Like,
Well, you
don't
can
wanna...
show her a wallet.
Yeah, but in this case, it's like, here's the market value of the real estate, and then here's the amount that we're holding it at. Right? Like, you don't want there to be a market value because you're hiding.
Well, a wallet has a market value.
Yeah, no, but real estate doesn't. You have to actually get a bid, and you don't want that.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. So I have to tell her.
You can show her the property.
I mean, it'd be a lot of properties.
If you want to
If you're looking at
consolidate
gas
it, the
stations
numbers
for
I'm really
weeks.
concerned about is
Why don't you just
what is
send
our
her a
net
link
worth
with
and what is our
everything,
passive
and
income
she can look
currently?
at it.
I'm down, but she won't read
No,
it.
no, but here's the thing. If you send her a link with everything,
Sure.
whether she reads it or not is irrelevant. It just lets her feel that she's involved. You gotta just make a girl feel like she's involved.
Do you know how you can be instantly involved? You just go to you go on my email all the time. I don't restrict that. You go to the one where we're talking to the bookkeeper, and then every year, when we're aggregating all the taxable income, every document's there.
How do I know? Because you've said that they've done the taxes wrong and they've had to redo
No.
years.
The ones that we have right now. This is what I'm saying. Like, it's so hard to, like, you're talking about like fucking 3 years ago and the prior accountant. And I'm talking about the bookkeeper. It's not even the fucking accountant. What are you talking about? Like you're remembering
Wait.
we fired an accountant 3 years ago.
So who is
I'm
our
talking
accountant
about-
now then?
It's Cindy is the accountant.
Sydney.
Like, it's a name she'll know, right? Like, and then the bookkeepers clean books. Well, I'm not sure if I said that, but and then they do the bookkeeping. They aggregate all the information. They give it to the accountant. That email chain, it's all there. I don't even, like, you can
What do you
literally
mean
see
it's all there? Like what-
every K1, every way of possibly reflecting something that we have money in is there.
I'm just looking for how much net worth do we have and what's our passive
I
income
keep
a year?
telling you this, okay? Okay, so you own a piece of real estate, right?
I mean, I just don't get to send her a blank document.
I can
with-
forward that to you,
just-
like, probably right now.
Yeah, just forward it right now, and then
But you-
whether she reads it or not, it makes her feel involved. She doesn't have to read it. She just has to feel like she can read it at any point. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, like that's easy, but like it doesn't give you a sense, because what really matters is not what it's marked at in value; it's how much cash it throws off.
What do you mean?
Like, it's how much money you get back in actual return. For
Right,
the
that's
thing.
why I'm asking about passive income too.
Well, that one is also in the tax
I mean,
reporting.
you said on stream the passive income, right?
Yeah.
But I don't. He conflates things all the time. He always changes stories.
No,
So you guys
no,
I
don't
don't
have
know
$80
like
million?
what the actual.
No.
I have no idea.
It's the fact that, like, long-term capital gains are 20%, right? Like that, like, it's different than like a short-term capital gain, right?
Yeah.
And so, like, and then you look at the real estate stuff. We structure it as a return of capital, not a actual earning, and you can do that for a large number of years.
Do you guys even have 1 billion?
I don't know.
Maybe those are fake Richard Milles.
It's true. Every time I look at my checking account,
I
it
mean,
always says
the
400.
photo with
so I'm not
Richard
sure.
Mill shaking my hand, giving me the watch. I don't know if he's giving me fakes, then well played. No. What you're talking about is the fact that, like, when we buy a gas station, that's showing up as a loss.
No, I hear you. I get
Well, that's
it.
right. So when she says, like, you inflate things, no. I'm just tax mitigating it.
But you gotta just explain it in a girl way.
Well, no, but that's fine. That's an internal thing. She's taking it external and saying, you're inflating things. No. I'm giving you the. So there's something.
Do you understand what he's saying when he said, okay, let me girlify it. Can I girlify it for you?
Go for it.
All right, so let's say you got Barbie and Ken. They have a house, right? And they have 3 more houses, right? 3 more Barbie doll houses. Barbie's asking Ken how much the houses are worth because she wants to know their net worth. And Ken shows documents of the houses being, I don't know, $200K each. But in reality, they're $600K each. But you don't want to pay the taxes on that. So you're going to make sure the houses are shown as $200K each, right? Mm-hmm. So that's like, and then Ken is being smart to not have to pay the higher taxes. And then Barbie thinks, oh, we only have $600K in houses. No, we have $2 million in houses, but we just don't want the government to tax us for that.
Sure, but we only have 2 properties, so most of it is not.
It's an example. No, it's illustrative.
Right.
We own 2 residences. We own a lot of real estate. Like,
by the way, that's not tax fraud. You guys are retarded.
no, it's not.
That is what everybody
Literally,
does.
in Texas, there is a rule where you don't have to report it, and the government has to assess it. If they assess it wrong, that's on them.
Yeah, I tried to buy my neighbor's house for the assessed
Yeah.
value, and he literally said, I'm a piece of shit.
I could have told you that, but I was going to let you try.
No, I already knew. I know that. I just wanted to try because, maybe he's stupid. But
No,
he's
in
not.
Texas,
He calls
But
me
I
a
was
piece
under
of
the
shit.
impression that most of the properties that we invest in, we are not co-investors in, and that it's not all ours. We didn't buy it outright.
Well, the later ones, yeah. But that's it.
Okay.
If you own a fractional piece of 100 gas stations,
But the point is, he's going to show you documents. Maybe they're going to be a little off because you don't want to have to pay the heavy taxes. But that's where he explains it about the Barbie and the Ken, and then maybe you understand.
yeah, it's an example. It's not like literal. It's like that's the concept. That's actually really good. Like it's the concept of what's going on. And so when you say inflate it, no, I'm giving you like even in accounting. Okay, they have this thing where it's like owner's books and then report books. Right, owner's books is like if I'm giving an internal thing, I'm showing you this is what my best guess of what it's worth. But that's not the one that you present publicly. And it's not fraud. Like, people do that. Every company does that. Do you understand that?
Nick, you got to talk to her like a girl.
He doesn't. He doesn't know what that means.
Basically, it doesn't make sense.
No. Already, dude. You can't talk like that. You have to talk. You got to talk like she's right.
I get how the way I normally...
No.
I can see how it's
No,
confusing.
stop with the eyes. No eyes.
Okay.
Let me help you out here. Maybe go with something like, you feel this way, and I totally agree with the way you feel, and blah, 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 blah. Like, maybe some more you statements.
You feel like I haven't been transparent with the finances, and I can understand how you feel that way.
Can you? Or are you just saying that for this point? Like, do you actually understand?
I do within the context of the fact that it's just super fucking boring to you.
No, I mean, I
No,
don't know.
dude, what are you doing?
I
You
don't know
almost
an
had it.
actual number.
No, I'm saying that like it's boring to you, and so like I haven't.
No, stop, dude. Stop telling her how to feel.
I was just saying I
No,
need to
I don't.
present.
Stop telling her how to feel. That's not how this gets anywhere. You got to let her tell you how she feels, and then you have to just agree with it.
Okay, how do you feel?
I feel like even though I've asked you for an actual like number of how we're doing financially, what is our current net worth and current passive incomes, you haven't put in any effort to actually update me on those in the past couple of years.
Don't do it. I know what you're about to say. Just agree with it, Nick.
Okay, I can see that perspective.
Okay, and so how should we correct that feeling so that I don't
think-
feel that way?
If you'd like, the easiest way would be right around March, April. You ask me for the then accurate figures, and I can give them to you because I would have just.
No, dude. Girls want to have validation now. Not March, not April. You should just be like, this is what you should say. Okay, I understand how you feel. I'm sorry you feel this way. I agree with you. I'm going to send you over some documents right now. Take a look at it whenever you want. And that's everything. And we know she's not going to look at shit, but that doesn't matter.
I mean, I can do that. That's not hard.
But do you have those types of documents that would actually tell me?
I mean, they will be from...
Because I am financially illiterate, so if you send me a bunch of things that just talk
Even
about
the
the stuff I'm
K1s are
not
going to look
looking
like
for,
craziness to you.
then why can't you just make your own like Word document and just have like a little
But that goes back
numbers,
into the thing of
screenshots,
like, can you
crop?
trust that, right? If you don't trust that...
I've trust you enough to like
That's
get
easy.
to this
Yeah,
point without
no,
knowing
if you
anything.
just-
Obviously, I
you
trust you.
You
Yes.
trust him, right?
If you just
Yeah,
want me to
obviously,
list
if
it
I've gone
out,
this far without knowing, I trust him.
If you want me to list it out, I can do that. That's easy.
Yes.
But if you want to actually understand it,
You shouldn't even ask if you want me to do this, I'll do it. You should just do it. Out of your own personal will. Like, just do it.
I have done it before in like 23. I don't even know if you've looked at it.
It's 2026, and that's why I'm
That's what I'm
asking
saying,
for
like-
current.
But previously, I would ask you,
Current.
when do you have the time? I'll outline it. That's the end of the
No,
conversation.
no. Not when you have the time. You gotta remember, this is a woman, right? Women are emotional creatures that are forgetful. So just do it. Just send it to her. Just literally wake up one day, send it to her. She'll see it one day. And in her mind, she'll be like, wow, he really cares about me. Even though she'll never read it, you'll just make her feel like, oh, he cares about me. He's involving me. That's all she wants.
I mean, yeah. It's just,
When you start saying things like, when you have free, when you have time, let's talk about it. No, because girls never have time because they're stupid. So just send her shit, make her feel involved, and that's it. It's as simple as that.
no, I mean, I agree. It's just, this point I think you can understand. You have like $100 million or whatever, right? Why can't you buy a $5.5 million property? Well, like you can. You definitely can. But like the other way of looking at it is 3%, which is a safe withdrawal rate of 100 million, that's 3 million.
Dude, she doesn't even know what you're saying.
So I would like to.
Why are you explaining this?
I look at it as our passive income.
I just hear excuses is all I hear. I hear $100 million and still
This is
excuses.
why it's so hard.
Well, he's not trying to give excuses. He's trying to explain his reasoning here, but I don't think you understand what he's saying, so it's redundant. It's pointless. He should just literally send you documents that you can look at if you want, and that's it. Then you'll feel involved. I mean, you can't explain this. She doesn't
The
understand
feeling
it.
involved is fine. What I don't want is, which I think is what's going to happen, is then you come with me and say, well, if this is in this real estate, why can't we put it in that real estate? And it's like, well, that's not how that works. Like you're going to be asking like how to basically engage with that strategically, and it's just not going to really do anything.
Somebody had a good idea. They said every financial email you get, just have it automatically forwarded to her email.
She has full access to my email.
I know, but you know how
She doesn't check her own
it's
email. She hasn't checked it in 7 years.
Well,
That's not true.
No, but here's the problem. The problem is, if she's having to check your email, she doesn't feel involved. She feels like, okay, I have to do the work to see these things.
I can definitely CC her.
But if you CC her,
Yeah,
then
easily.
she'll feel involved. Like I said, it's about feeling. Girls are about feeling.
Yeah,
Yes, she has access to it.
I can start doing that immediately. It's just, I don't think she'll even know that she's been CC'd because she just doesn't check her email.
But that's on her then.
Okay, I mean, yeah. But like every piece.
Or you could say, hey, I CC'd an email to you.
I
Because
don't
we
know
live
if
in
you're
the
gonna
same
want
house.
that. I mean, I don't know if you're gonna want that because that shit comes in often.
I mean, if it's an
How
update
about we
on
make
our
a new
finances,
email called
sure.
amaranthfinancialemails@gmail.com or something.
Yeah,
And just
make
CC there.
that. I'll CC it there. Like whatever's easier.
Okay.
The problem is like historically you have not cared, even though I've made an effort to educate you on it. Right? That's okay. But then I feel like it's double jeopardy when you come back and you go, I'm out of the loop. It's like, but that's not
I've always
my-
cared about the network. I've been hounding you about that one for years. So that's not true that I don't care. What you're
And I've
saying
given you
is-
the number, but you want
What
to
you're
then see the
saying is
documentation.
I don't seem to retain the
Just
financial
agree with her.
vomit that you spew at me without actually giving me the answers that I want.
You guys will. This is why you have 36-hour arguments, because there's no compromise. No one's willing to compromise here. But you as the male, it is your job as a male to compromise because women are emotional.
Yeah.
You have to make the compromise. The woman will never compromise.
Well, so what's the issue with splitting the assets down the middle and then you do your half?
Because you have spent so much of my money already into assets that you have said yourself you can sell for more money. And so I feel like that's cheating me out of a lot of millions that I've made for you.
We can easily put in a thing where it's like anytime I sell anything, it goes half and half. That's not a big deal. You're deflecting.
You feel like you're cheated because he sells stuff and then he gets the money?
I don't, though.
No, he won't count like he'll say, let's split the money we have like cash wise, but then he
And
has all of
investment-wise,
these assets
and
like
real
cars,
estates.
watches, whatever that are worth so much amount of money that he spent from what I've made.
There's a balance here.
So
which
it's like
is-
an unfair amount of
But
money in his
earlier in the conversation,
advantage.
you said that he helped you build your wealth, right?
Yeah, but then he's also
So it's not
acting like
it's us.
But if he's splitting it, it's no longer us.
No, it's just
What do you
you
mean?
manage
If he's
half.
splitting it, it's no longer us.
Yeah, it's no longer like our
You
shared
manage your half.
finances.
I manage my half. If I
But
sell,
you see, you have more than just half though, because your assets are worth money too. So you can like pad your pocket if you decide to sell a car.
you're saying
I'm not understanding because you said he's splitting it, right, when he sells to you and himself.
If he would actually do that.
So
But
so
then
he
that's
it's
what
doesn't
we've
do
done
that.
in the past.
No, we haven't ever split our finances down the middle.
No, you're right. But when I sell it, it goes back into the pool of money that you
Right,
can do.
because
things
it's
with.
all been still like one.
Do you guys have like a joint account with
Yeah.
money?
Everything's joint.
Okay,
Yeah.
so what's the problem here? If everything's joint, you have
That
access.
would that would be fine. But then he's talking
That
about
goes back to
let's split our
22.
money.
Financially controlled? How? I can't stop you from doing anything.
I mean, if
You
you're
tell me what I can and can't spend money on.
That's
is my-
verbal, though. Everyone has those conversations.
Okay. Well,
I
I,
can't-
shouldn't.
the point is
I
I
should
can't
be able
physically-
to buy whatever horse supplements I want or a
What-
chiropractor
what
session
you're-
for my horse and not
which I
have
think
to
is
hear
crazy,
about it.
but sure. Chiropractor sessions for the horse. No.
Yeah, they're real.
what?
I know. See, you say we wouldn't go broke.
No, but okay.
I disagree.
No,
But if it's $200 and you act like
I
that,
mean-
it's like you shouldn't be able to spend that. Like why?
horse chiropractor is pretty fucking stupid, but
It's a legit thing though, and it
at-
helps the
That
horses.
Mustang Sanctuary gives chiropractic to wild horses.
At the end of the day,
50 wild horses.
Nick,
I don't know, man.
At the end of the day, though, if it makes her happy, fuck it. Her happiness is worth more than money, right?
I mean, up until the point where it starts to be detrimental, and then she's going to come. My fear is this. Okay,
You
ready?
have irrational fears that have not
Well,
ever
let me express
existed.
it, and then you can tell me that it's irrational.
Okay,
That's fine.
go for it.
My irrational fear is this. Okay, I think I've done a pretty good job with the finances, like better than a good job. But like, let's say I let her just do whatever she wants, right? And then one day I tell her, hey, we're gonna have to scale this back. She's gonna be like, why? And I'm gonna be like, well, because we spent this, and now we have to be careful about how we navigate. She's like, oh, you should have done a better job with investments.
No,
That's
this
my
is
fear.
why I want to know
Can I-
how much money I have to that I can spend, the passive
I'm-
income
I'm trying
updated
to-
and the net worth.
You don't need to
I think
logically.
I'm just going to spend
You
it
don't-
all without
no,
knowing those
see,
things.
My point was, I don't want to be blamed for something that I'm not the one causing.
Does she blame you a lot?
Oh yeah.
About what?
No. Okay. So
Tell me. No, I'm actually
when I
curious.
was buying Bitcoin, you were like basically like, this is crazy. Like, this is imaginary money. And then when it was 100,000, you said, why didn't you buy more?
It was a joke. I don't actually blame you for not buying. It's just like, oh, we should have bought
Well,
more.
to be fair, okay, I will say, jokes are not funny when it's at the other person's expense.
Exclusively.
Oh, that's you talking.
True.
Oh, okay.
I am.
All right. Okay.
Yes,
Shut up.
It's ironic, I know, but it's still good advice, even if it's ironic. Because I don't follow my advice.
But
Yeah.
no, I've never actually
advice
hounded
is
him
good
on any investments that he has or
Well,
hasn't
you call it a
made,
joke
ever.
when you hound me. So it's kind of like.
But I've said that like maybe once. I have never been
Oh,
chronically
well,
on your
every
ass
time
about
you
that.
hear the headline number of Bitcoin, you're like, why didn't you buy more? Why didn't you buy more? Why didn't you put
No,
all the
I'm
money
not.
in
I
that?
do not do that. That is not true.
Every stock that I've
That is
owned-
not true at all.
Every stock I've owned that's done like fantastically well, you go, why didn't we buy more? Right?
That's not
Nvidia,
true.
it's like, why the fuck did we put all
I
our
have
money in
not
Nvidia?
done that to you.
Well, I'm
The
gonna. I'll
voices in
say,
your head saying that to yourself.
if he feels like he's being blamed for things that he shouldn't be blamed for,
And he's not.
that is
Crazy.
that is an attack on a man's ego, and that's not something you want to do as a partner. You have to come with a compromise. Don't blame him, and then you should do everything that I said. There's got to be you guys refuse to compromise with each other.
No, I feel like the compromise is that everything that's aspirational, it's her design. It's the things that she wants. Like if I needed, look, if you wanted to buy the ranch for whatever reason, it's not the situation, but like, and we're like X short because they wanted it in all cash, right? I'd sell watches or cars.
Oh, somebody just made a very good point.
Go for it.
Somebody said you need to just trust her and let her make mistakes. If she makes mistakes, you just got to trust her. Like if she spends money on stupid shit, it's unfortunate, but you got to give her the chance to trust her to make those mistakes so she can learn.
I mean, I'm down. What I don't want is this, right? Like, for instance, this ranch property you want to buy, right? Mm-hmm. Obviously, we don't have, you know, call it $6 million just sitting around, right?
80 mil, by the way.
Well, I mean, like in cash, like
you don't need it in cash.
No, I know. I'm saying, like, let's pretend like they wanted it in cash because we needed. Someone makes an offer, you want to be
But
competitive.
that's not the reality. You don't.
No,
need it
he
in cash.
always
I'm just
presents
trying-
arguments for things that aren't reality.
I'm just trying to.
Fucking
I'm
annoys
just trying
the hell
to.
out of me.
Okay. I'm just trying to say, like, if that's the case, right? Which in the best scenario, if you wanted that for sure, you would just make a cash offer, right? So then the question would be like, okay, well, what do we sell?
How long has it been on the market for?
Like almost 200 days.
All right, you don't need to have a cash offer, dude.
I agree.
So what are we talking about?
But like, well, so the last time we bought our house, do you remember what they said? Those fucking nuts. They
I
looked
feel
up
like
for-
you just put up excuses and
we
then
literally
validate your
we
excuses.
literally encountered this.
It's like you just want to like
we literally encountered
make
this.
things difficult and then validate
We
why they
literally-
could be
okay,
difficult.
That might track, except the example I'm giving actually happened. So we toured the house that we currently own, right? And then they obviously look up who we are. Mm-hmm. And then the very next thing, even though that house has been on the market for a large number of days, wasn't like, okay, you have to take the ask price. No, it was they try to raise it and then they go, you got to pay cash. And in my mind, I was like, what the fuck? They go, we know who you are. I'm like, what do you mean? Why does that mean we have to pay cash? A, they thought like it was unstable, unsavory.
No, but see, that's where you hit them with the discrimination lawsuit.
I mean,
Listen, if they know you have a lot of money, more money than they do, you have the leverage.
Well, yeah.
You can instill fear.
well, so I did do that. What I said was, okay, fuck off. And then they
No,
came back and
not fuck off. You should be like, you want to play that game, you know we have all the money. Okay, guess what? This is discrimination. I'm going to fucking sue you to the ground.
Yeah, no.
You just scare people.
That's definitely an option, but the more effective way was to walk and then make them basically backtrack and say, okay, well, however you pay for it is how you pay for it, which is what we did. Like I said, fuck off, I don't want to buy it. They called me back, and they're like, okay, like blah blah blah. I was like, okay, that's the thing, right? So but what I'm saying is like that happens, but I'm saying that if we needed that kind of cash, we don't have that liquidity. If we have a regular down payment, we have the liquidity, right? So then the question is like, what would you want to sell? And I would give you what I think would make sense. But what would
We're going way off topic here, man.
It happens.
I'm just saying, like, when you say make a dumb look, if I said right now, and I'm willing to say this actually, okay? Do whatever the fuck you want. Buy the ranch however you want, buy however many horses you want, right? My stipulation would be don't make me figure out how to pull the liquidity.
See, we're supposed to be a team though. Why are you abandoning me again?
Because that goes back into the whole you treat it as me saying no when I'm just giving you an understanding of why I don't think it's a good idea, but if you really want to, we can.
But once again, there's no compromise here, right? Like you need to
No, the compromise is I'll do it her way.
No, but that's not a compromise. That is like she said, how she feels abandonment. She feels abandoned. That's not a compromise. To compromise, she needs to feel, comfortable and validated by everything. So if she feels abandoned, that's not a compromise. You should restructure it in a way where even if you don't want to help her, just restructure it in a way where she thinks you'll help her. And that's the compromise. So she doesn't feel abandoned. It's all about feelings, dude. Listen, everything that comes out of your mouth to a woman should be a lie. You don't actually have to do anything that you say. Just make her feel like you will. It's okay to lie sometimes, Nick. You don't have to always be true to yourself.
I mean, it's about the same outcome either way, right? At least it feels better in the moment.
Because there's no other. I mean, there's no other compromise here. You're very protective of money. You just want to spend shit, but it's your right to do so.
But does it?
And he's being like super like wealth building, whatever, blah blah blah. Like
For no reason. He doesn't have any dreams or anything. It's just like a money ego thing.
No, it's just I don't like
what
it.
would Richard Mill think about him?
Probably insane.
I'm Richard Mill's kind of nutty on that front. Yeah.
I mean, it's just like, bro, just compromise, dude. You're the man. You have to do the compromising. It's just the way it works.
Well, where am I unwilling to compromise?
Instead of being like, okay, here, go do it your way. Instead of saying it like that, why don't you say, hey, Kate, I really want you to buy this ranch. I think it would be fantastic. I think it would make you really happy. We'd both be really happy. You can have all the horses, everything. It's going to be a beautiful dream. And if you want, I'm going to help you buy the ranch with, my wealth management skills, and I will do everything in my power to make sure we get a good deal and still have money left over to not ever go broke, and we can buy more horses in the future so you're even happier, make some chickens, whatever you want. Say all this fucking bullshit and then never do anything. But just say it,
And
I mean, it would be better if you actually did do the things as well, but you don't want to. So
if it's not a good idea though, or if there's like some uncertainty, how do I push back?
If it's not a good idea, but it's at the cost of her happiness, there is no pushback. You just got to do it. Now, if she was like, let's buy a $20 million house, then you will explain to her in a girl way, if there's 8 cookies on the table and the house costs 5 cookies, that's more than 50%. It's a terrible idea.
I don't think I've ever wanted a $20 million house. I've always thought that's overpriced.
It's just an example, though.
Yeah, but he acts like I'm like unreasonable with money, and that's just not true.
Well, it's because you don't want to buy a 5, 6, whatever place. You want to then terraform the thing, build up more structures.
I don't need to terraform the whole thing.
I mean, you were saying like the arena has to be on flat land. It's on a slope.
Well, yeah, there's no. I'm saying it already has flat land. You choose part of the flat land. I'm not saying.
Why are you guys even arguing? You just do what I said, bro. Why are you still arguing?
I just need a mechanism for like not hitting break, but like slowing down.
I'm not going to choose a property that only has sloped land and nowhere to build stuff. It wouldn't be ideal property then. I would keep looking. The fuck?
Do you think Kate is smart?
Yeah.
So
he doesn't act like it.
So if you think she's smart, why don't you just like trust her a little more?
Because she's smart about the things that she engages with. No one can be smart about the things that they just don't engage with, right?
But she's smart, like you said, so just let her figure it out on her own.
That doesn't mean abandon me financially. That means let me look at properties and analyze whether they're good or not.
But like everything,
I can do that.
When I push back on the horse thing, it's never the cost of the horse, right? Like it's never like the horse costs how much? No, it's like, okay, have you thought about 30 years, $2,000 per month, 12 months in a year times 30? That's like $700,000, $600,000.
Right,
it's a large amount of money.
Another reason why
and so
having your own land is better.
When you buy a $20,000 horse, it's an iceberg. The part you see is less than 10%.
Dude, but it's for her happiness, dude.
Yeah, but here's the thing, right? Is it really for happiness? Like, how many horses do you need? Like, I've told her right now, okay?
You know what? This is what I think it is. She wouldn't actually buy as many horses as she wants, and she wouldn't do all these things that you don't like if she was more fulfilled and happy in her relationship. That's what I think.
I actually agree with that.
I think she's compensating with all these horses and all these things because you don't make her feel comfortable and confident.
I agree with that, but it's at the point where those things are also partly driving the wedge, but she'll push back real hard on this because there'll be days where I'm like, hey, what are you doing today? She goes, I'm going to the barn. Okay, well, that's the day. Like you see what I'm saying? Like that, it precludes me being able to. I know,
but if she was more confident and fulfilled or whatever, happy in the relationship, if she felt more comfortable with you in the relationship, making her happy and validated, she wouldn't be going to the barn. She wouldn't be having 50 birds and 20 horses.
Yeah, but at this point,
she's doing that shit because she feels unvalidated.
I only have 5 horses.
Whatever. You feel invalidated, so you're compensating. If he did his job as a male to make you feel validated in your feelings, you wouldn't have to compensate.
I can't imagine what that would feel like and how I'd feel differently. So I don't know. Maybe you're right, but I don't think that part has anything to do with how much I desire animals.
This is basic psychology.
I feel like she's too deep in the thing now to like just hit a reset in that way.
No, you would be asking me to change who I am as a person because I've always wanted horses. I just didn't have money before.
We're not talking about whether you want horses. You have horses.
Right.
It's the question of like incrementally another horse, how many more, and then what's the end game there?
Well, what if I see horses that I like and they're not like outrageously priced like race horses or something? Then
But you see, there is you're interjecting logic into it. You're saying it's not outrageous.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't spend money like crazy. You act like I'm just gonna blow all of our life like savings or something.
Look, here's the thing. I would be a lot if you were to.
I don't know why you guys are ignoring everything I just said.
I get what you're saying.
You should, if you get what I'm saying, then why don't you just hug it out, give her a smooch, and then do all the advice.
You just want to watch us make.
But I mean, I'm just saying, like, why don't you just because you're ignoring all the things I'm saying, you're agreeing with it, but then you ignore it.
No, I agree with it.
And then you guys go back to arguing.
I like to know
is this
where
just KPP farming?
I like to know where the limit is, right?
He likes to argue.
No, I just like to know, like, because, like, you say, like, I love you, I'll do anything for you. It's like, okay, like, but, like, what is the most extreme anything that we're talking about here?
Extreme what?
Like, I'm saying, like when you say horses, like, how many horses? Why? That's why I asked, what's the end game? How many do you think?
I don't know.
The end game is she just wants to be happy.
Yeah, but I don't think buying horses leads to happiness.
Not your happiness.
It doesn't lead to happiness. The thing that's going to lead to happiness is if you guys have a very healthy relationship.
I agree, yeah.
And in order to do that, there needs to be compromise. And there needs to be sacrifices, which you're not willing to do. You have to.
You say it's me not willing to, but, like, I really don't think... If I'm willing to give
I mean, don't get me wrong. She's got a lot of shit she needs to work on, too. She also doesn't compromise, but to be honest, it's not really the woman's job to do that.
Yeah, but my compromise is I'm willing to do it your way instead.
Making money for so long and still having to, like...
I don't like when you say
budget.
You've been doing it, because it should just be we've been doing it, and then we don't need to talk about it.
Also, I think you guys don't even listen to each other talk.
I mean, I do. She just said that she's made money for so long, and I said, if it's...
No, but you listen to the words. You're not listening to the intention behind the words.
Because it doesn't make any
sense, right?
Well, she's saying, I made the money. Okay, why does that change anything at all?
Because it feels like I'm making money and then not being able to use it. It's like, what was the point of...
Is the house that we live in basically...
Yeah, but we'd have to make as much as we did for this house. It's
okay,
like, if we're making so much money, we should have better aspirations.
Okay, and then the next house, is that going to be exactly how you want it to be?
No, but Nick,
ideally,
you gotta let her interrupt, bro.
Sure.
It's okay, dude. Let her win the argument. Who cares?
But the next one's going to look like how you want to, right?
Ideally.
So then what's the issue?
But there's no issue. I'm fine
spending money. What I'm saying is that, like, you can stop saying, I didn't make the money because you're getting everything you made the money for. Like, there's I don't know why you bring it up. Like, I don't push back. Like, you want the house decorated that way? Whatever. You want a bajillion throw pillows? I guess. Like, I don't really push back on anything except when...
Dude, those are really the examples you gave?
What do you mean?
He complains about
decorating the house and throw pillows? Yeah, no shit. They don't cost anything.
No, what I'm saying is that I don't... No, there's a difference of, like, let's say... I mean, I think you can understand this. You like it kind of modern, contemporary, minimalistic.
Yeah.
Right? But, like, I don't know, pretend like Kimberly likes, like, classical, blah, blah, blah.
No, she likes... really ugly shit.
Oh,
she sends me like fucking pictures of like framed pictures of painted flowers and like flower curtains and fucking stained glass fucking shit. Like we don't live in a mausoleum. We're not getting stained glass.
Yeah.
Like this is, but I compromise. The compromise is if you want the ugly stained glass, you can put it in your area of the house. But don't put. We're not gonna put it in the living room, okay? That's the compromise.
Gotcha. No, like it's
instead of just cutting it out completely.
Yeah.
Which I feel like you would just do.
No, I go and I lean in. I would say different situation, but I would say like fuck it, all the stained glass. Like that's what I'm saying. Like when you say I don't compromise, my compromise is saying have it your way. Like I'm willing to literally give up my entire opinion on it. That's the compromise. And so like that's what I'm saying. The next house will look exactly like you want it. And so when you keep telling me, hey, I didn't make money, blah, 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 to not be able to spend it, you are spending it. And it looks exactly like how you would spend it, except you have someone else helping you make sure you don't get over your skis. That's all.
My point still goes back to like stuff that's recreational, where it's like I want to enjoy life with the money we've made.
Let's forget all of this for a second. And let me just ask. when she does things like, I don't know, decorate the house with throw pillows and whatever.
Yeah.
Do you ever compliment her and say, wow, that was a really good choice of pillows you got there. They look really nice. Do you ever?
He's not that emotional, but yes, he will compliment.
Yeah, I'll say
What
like.
is he saying? Oh wow! Like
no,
logically, the
wow
size of
is
this
never
pillow is
in
great
the
size of the
vocabulary.
ratio.
I think I
of the
showed you a
couch.
picture of our Christmas decorations. I was like, look, this is what she did. It's like
No,
freaking
it's
nuts.
his emotionality is always very understated because what his parents did, so he'll always be like, yeah, it looks nice.
Okay,
That's like
so,
the extent of it.
So he makes you feel good, but with the things that you do.
No, not. I wouldn't say that. No, I wouldn't go that far.
When he
but he will try compliments.
When he compliments you on like the throw pillows, does that make you feel good?
I mean, the way that he does it, it's kind of like, well, at least he doesn't think they're ugly, I guess. But he doesn't.
But
like,
how does he do it?
looks nice in a text.
What? Okay, so he texts and he says, "Oh, this
Yeah.
looks nice."
Yeah.
When it's in person, I tell you in person. It just depends on where.
Does he say it in person?
Sure, but it's like the same thing. It looks nice.
No,
But
I'll say like.
what does he say? Your expectations might be way too high here, which could be a problem, which could be causing him to be a little bit like insecure. And
I just would like
and
maybe it's
listen,
cozy.
this is
I don't know.
I think both of you are not following your roles in this relationship here. Okay, you're the woman. Your job is to make the man feel secure, confident, and dominant, and you should admire the man, right? You should make him feel like he's admired, and make him feel secure and confident. Your job as the man should be making the woman feel safe and secure in the relationship.
Well,
and I think neither of you
know
do
how
your
to
jobs.
that. I don't know how we would do that because, like, I guess in a
Wait,
relationship, it's always been like every time you
I
get
feel like
angry,
I do safe and secure pretty well.
No, you don't. The relationship doesn't feel safe and secure though, because every time you're mad, you'll say, "Let's get a divorce."
To be
It's like,
fair,
every time
I had just saved your
I-
life and you filed for divorce within 30 days. So
Because
I
you
don't know
also
about that
said
one.
you wished you hadn't saved my life.
No,
And
no, no.
that really
And
triggered me.
there you go with that narrative again. No, here's what happened.
Okay, but see, when you do things like file for divorce, that destroys the trust in the relationship, which
And you're
causes
exaggerating
problems
so
and
hard
resentment.
because you need something to grasp at, right? What you're saying is that, like, what I said, I wish I hadn't saved
No,
you.
but you're
That
like trying to
is
pile
not
on
true.
right now.
It's just not true,
That's
though.
what he does. It is.
No, you
said
she likes to sneak in these
you
sound bites
wanted
that
a
sound
divorce,
terrible.
and I said, "Why? You just
No.
saved my life. Nothing should be more important
No,
than us
I
staying
wanted a
together."
conversation.
And
You
then-
said that's not important. You saved my life. I go,
No,
How is it
you
that I
were,
can't
you were
talk to
picking
you now?
apart. You were like complaining about some trivial thing that didn't matter.
does it matter? Why can't I talk?
Because it's like you're complaining so much about stuff. I'm like, that should not matter. We just went through a crazy experience. You saved my life. That's all that should matter. And
Yeah, when people aren't heard,
because you
they
were
feel
saying
frustrated.
you wanted to get a divorce, though, and I was like,
No,
why do you want
that's
to
not
get a
the-
divorce?
you-
You
you're-
can't
you're-
just.
you love
You just saved me.
twisting
Why
it.
would you want to
So,
leave me?
when you filed for divorce, what made you retract the filing?
He apologized for, I guess, paraphrasing, being callous and wanted to make it work, and didn't want to split our life apart.
Okay, so I mean that shows that he loves you,
Mm-hmm.
and that shows that you love him. That you didn't go through with it. But I feel like there needs to be some rebuild here in the trust of the relationship. Because when you do something like okay, if you ever threaten to break up with somebody or divorce somebody, that phrase right there, no matter how mad you are, that phrase right there pretty much destroys all trust in the relationship. And now both parties are afraid to be vulnerable with each other.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's just like, what are we doing? Like, there's
Yeah.
no trust. No one wants to be vulnerable. Everyone's scared. What's the point?
Yeah, and that's pretty much every argument for the past career, I guess, years.
Well, I'm sure you would agree that, like, argument shouldn't get to that level, assuming that both parties are willing to have a conversation.
Right, but
But, like,
you
so
say it though.
But there needs to be
So
compromise in the
You
conversation.
know, what I said to her is that, like, okay, you don't want to talk about it now, when? She goes, I don't know.
Have you guys ever had a, I don't know, multi-hour conversation where it wasn't arguing?
Probably not.
It was just like understanding each other.
I mean, if you count it as pauses where nothing's being said and then more things are said later, sure.
No, I'm saying like, let's say a 2-hour conversation about going back and forth, letting her talk and you let him talk, and about each other's feelings, just so you can understand each other more.
I try, but she doesn't really want to.
What does she say?
Like, I'll say that, and she goes, oh, well, we have things today, or like, oh, like, it's hard for me to list a bunch of different responses
Do you do
when
that?
you stop me on the first one.
He never tries that.
No. What?
You don't try that without getting snippy and arguing.
Well,
The
okay,
fuck?
hold on. If you start getting snippy first,
I
then-
don't. I'm never the one that gets snippy first.
How come you, dude? Can
You always get
let's
argumentative.
let's practice right now. Let's have a conversation where you guys aren't just being snippy and arguing. Why don't you tell her how you feel in this moment that is upsetting you?
I'm frustrated that you like to essentially farm sound bites and you sneak these.
That's not what I'm doing.
You gotta let him talk,
I'm
though.
just-
You gotta let him talk, and then it's gonna be your turn.
You sneak things in there that make people like think it's a certain way when it's really you're being brief on details in order to paint that picture.
Are you
Okay, so
done?
now how do you feel?
I disagree.
No. Don't just ignore what he just said. How do you feel? Tell him your feelings now about why you're upset.
I'm upset because you seem to prioritize things that you view as productive, like catering to anyone's career, whether it was mine in the past or yours now, but yet you don't put that much effort into things that would just enrich our life and relationship at all.
And how would you respond to that? And then
I
she'll
feel like
respond.
Every fun thing we do, every aspirational thing that
Wrong. Terrible response. Don't justify. Just agree. Just apologize and agree.
I'm trying to make it. I'm trying to make it genuine. I don't want to. I can say the words. I just don't want to just say the words though. Does that make sense?
Dude,
Like,
just,
I'm trying to-
just say the words. You gotta practice.
I mean, like it's not so generic though. I feel like I have to like actually.
It's just practice, bro. Practice makes perfect. The more you do it, the more genuine it becomes.
Okay, I agree with what you're saying.
Do you actually?
Wait, and then you agree with what you're saying,
And I guess we can work on changing that.
I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And I love you.
I love you.
And now you respond to him about his feelings that he said earlier.
I appreciate the apology, and I hope that we can actually follow through with that plan. What were you complaining about earlier?
Kate,
I've already forgotten.
Kate, you can't put all the blame on him.
I'm asking, what was it? What was the complaint?
I'm saying that like you like to present things when there's a third party, be it chat, poll.
Oh, that's
whatever.
right. I was disagreeing with it.
Well, yeah.
You need to do the same thing that he just did to you. You can't put all the blame on him. That's not right.
But he's saying something that isn't true. It's not a blame thing.
Yeah,
He
but
is
guess
saying
what?
Something that isn't
He
true.
he doesn't agree with what you said, but yet he apologized and said, I agree, no matter what. So you got to do the same.
I thought you just told me that women aren't the one to compromise.
Yeah, but the women cannot constantly bring down the man. It's your job to make him feel safe and secure as well. And you're not doing that. You're blaming him, which hurts the man.
What part am I blaming, though?
Stop with the questions. The
Why do you
question.
even know what I'm
You're
blaming?
saying, oh, I appreciate your apology, blah, blah, blah. Like, you didn't say sorry. You just let him take all the blame.
But I don't understand what he's complaining about for me to apologize
sure,
for.
Who gives a fuck? Just make him feel good.
How can I change the behavior, though, if I don't know what I'm correcting?
Your behavior?
Yeah.
You're correct. Okay. You're correcting, not just blaming him, not letting him take all the blame. You guys are a team. Work as a team.
No, but what was his complaint? I'm trying to understand what his complaint was.
Okay, tell her the complaint.
Yeah, my complaint was that you tend to try to make things sound way worse than they are by being brief on the details. Like when you say, I wish I hadn't have saved you. That's so... Never was that ever said. You just chose to run with that because it sounds a certain
No,
way.
because that's how it came off to me. That's how I internalized
I didn't say
it.
the words. I explained to you that's not what I meant, but you still ran with the narrative.
This is not going to get anywhere. This is what I think you should say for both sides. She says, you say, I didn't like that you made it seem like, what was it again? Want her to die?
No, that like she says that I wish I didn't say.
Oh yeah, he wished I didn't save her, right? That's what you're upset about. Instead of responding the way you just did, why don't you respond with, well, what did you say? And then instead of arguing with her,
Easily, she'll never give that though. Go for it.
like,
Because she knows what I said. She just wants to twist it in a different way.
No, I'm just
if you want to hear what I said, I
expressing
can
to
give you
how
verbatim.
it
I
affected
said,
me.
I wish that me saving you didn't, hinder my ability to talk to you about things that I find
No,
important.
that's not. I remember exact words.
And you know what? Do you want me to say them first, or do you want to go first? Because I guarantee you, you're
I'm
going to skip
gonna
the
go
part.
first. No,
go for it.
I'm-
Go for it.
You said, your life is worth saving, but I wish it wasn't me who had saved it.
Yeah, that's not me wishing you're not saved.
That it does not come off good though.
And the
Someone who
preamble
just-
to that was me saying, I don't understand
after saying you want to divorce me, and then me crying about that, and then you saying that. That's
that
not,
you sequence that backwards.
okay, but this is what. So you should say, if that's what you know he said, you bring up what he said. You say that, and then Nick's response, instead of arguing, being like, "I didn't say that. Instead, I said this." Instead of saying that, because it's never going to get anywhere. You should say, "I'm sorry that you feel that way. What could I have done differently? How should I have said it differently instead to make you feel more confident?" That's, if I said it poorly, that's a mistake on my part, and I apologize. That's the response you have to say. Whether you agree with it or not, that's what you have to say.
So I think you know now what I'm trying to say. How would you have worded it?
I wouldn't have worded it at all. Is the problem? Like that's just, I don't know why that even has to be said in any form.
Because he must have been angry, and when people are angry, they say things they don't mean. And he didn't mean it. But you can't hold him. You can't hold that over his head forever. You got to let it go. If he apologizes, you got to just let it go.
Well, see, that's the thing, though, because that's where I think things get mixed up. Because he'll say, well, "Oh, you filed right after I saved you." Like, yeah, because I took that genuinely. And that's why I filed after. Because then I felt like, well, you didn't want to
Actions
save
speak
me.
louder than
Because
words.
then at that
but you
time,
go
it felt
with
like
words after the
saving
actions
me.
have already been proven.
Hold on,
All right.
at that time, it felt like then if you're willing to say that, that means saving me wasn't so much about like loving me. It was just a reaction out of obligation. But you still hate me enough to want to leave me right after.
He
How
doesn't
many
want-
people in the world would you, encounter 3 guys in the night with guns for? For me, it's like maybe 4 people.
Okay, dude, I want to be honest. How long are you going to hold that over her head?
I'm not. I'm just saying that, like, when she says, "Oh, you said these words," it makes me feel like it's like, dude, there are probably 4 people like across all time that I would have done that versus just calling the police and letting them handle it.
But I'm getting the vibe. I hear what you're saying, but I'm getting the vibe that you're going to bring this up forever.
Only because
that's not fair to her.
Only in this instance because she is saying she's afraid I won't do something that I've already done.
What?
Yeah, you're saying that like, "Oh, you wish you didn't save me." It's like I already did that. Like you don't have to wonder if I would.
But then it doesn't sound like it brought us any closer together if you're still trying
It's
to divorce
not.
me and then you say that.
Okay, I'm gonna give you a
malice thing.
newsflash. It wasn't meant to bring us closer. It was meant to save you. Like I didn't do it like think, "Oh man, later we're gonna bond over."
But
this
if you're still willing to get a divorce right after that, it doesn't really feel like saving me meant anything to you. It's
He
just like
doesn't
an
want to get a
obligation
divorce.
thing. But that's what he said, though. And
Yeah, but words don't mean anything.
actions over words is what I keep trying to say.
Words don't mean anything. Actions are louder than words. And when you actually file, those are actions that are a lot more painful than words.
Yeah, because if someone keeps saying that, it's just like.
No, I feel you.
What's
He shouldn't say that. I mean, obviously, that's a very hurtful thing to say, and that's going to destroy any trust in the relationship. And you guys, both of you, need to learn to stop holding shit over each other's heads, because clearly you both do that. You're holding the fucking robbery over her head, and you're holding, I don't even remember, but you're holding shit over his head too. Like, the bad shit that he does and, like, says and stuff. You gotta just let it go. You gotta let go of the robbery thing, dude.
I mean, my only holding on to it was that like you can't say I wouldn't save you when I've already saved you.
Okay, but
like that's just
but
like
it goes back to feelings, right? Girls forget shit fast. You saved her once, guess what? You're gonna have to do it again and again and again. The more Richard Milles you buy, the more likely it's gonna happen again and again. So it's like you can't hold it over her head. If she says I don't feel safe, I want to feel safe, instead of being like, "Remember when I saved you?" You got to be like, "I will save you in any outcome in the future, no matter what, because I love you." That's how you have to say it. And every time there's a conversation where you guys are arguing or whatever, at the end of every explanation of how you feel, to not make her feel just like complete shit, you have to end it with "I love you," because otherwise she just feels like shit because you're explaining your feelings and bad things that she does that hurts you. And the same goes for you. When you explain your feelings to him, it's going to make him feel upset. But at the end of the conversation, at the end of it, say, "But I love you." You know, make him feel good so he doesn't just have negative emotions as you're explaining yourself.
But then what if he just tries to argue?
Well, like I said, if he just argues and you guys haven't listened to anything I said.
That's actually, what you've done is actually pretty impressive, because every time we go to, you're going to push back probably, but every time we go to marriage counseling.
Why'd you even say that?
Oh, because like.
You're going to push back, but like, why? Don't even say
Every
that.
time we go to marriage counseling, like if the counselor ever doesn't agree with you, new counselor. But he's actually been able to push back on both of us, and
I don't remember a counselor not agreeing with me. I just remember him getting upset and arguing with me.
because when one of them
I'm gonna be honest with you, counselors are dog shit.
Yeah.
I've been to a couple therapy counselors, and the last one I went to, I cursed the motherfucker out.
Yeah, they're
because
dog shit.
that motherfucker was trying to say some dog shit, and I was like, "You don't know what the fuck you're talking about, dude. You're literally a 45-year-old bald piece of shit. You don't know nothing." I hung up on his ass on Zoom
I mean, what I'm saying is you've
because
been able to
he
push
doesn't know
back.
shit. He's a fucking old man. He doesn't know shit.
You've been able to push back, but she hasn't like said, "Okay, like enough with this," which is good. I guess it's progress.
I've never said enough with this to a counselor.
No, you just say we're not gonna go back to.
Because you end up arguing with me. I don't want to pay someone just to argue with them in front of them.
Well, my point was really like counselors are bad because they don't really know you guys.
Yeah.
And they go based on the information that they're being told. And, both of you only speak in your own perspectives because you're both selfish. So the counselor, it's impossible for him. But I know you guys both more than a counselor would, so I could see through that. And, you guys need to stop being... You need to work as a team.
See, the thing is, I let him buy anything he wants, really. He's like, "I want to get a Porsche. I want to do this." I'm like, okay, I trust
Jay,
you.
what are you
Okay.
doing? Why even say that? Why you're like
Because
you're
it's like I'm
baiting an
not
argument.
selfish. That's the thing. I give so much to him. I let him have so much freedom.
I know, but you're baiting an argument by saying it that way.
Because it's inherently untrue that it's like we're both selfish.
would
It's
you
like I
agree-
give you so much
but it's not.
freedom.
It's not selfish in the terms of freedom and money. It's selfish in the terms of how you're speaking with him. You know, both of you only talk in your own perspective. Neither of you have any capability, or you refuse to listen to the other person and their perspective. You guys just both want to be right. That's all you care about.
I just want a peaceful conversation that doesn't end up nitpicking every thought that I have.
No, I see, but you're holding a lot of resentment towards him right now, and that's why you just said that. It's resentment talking. But you have to let the resentment go, otherwise this is an absolutely lost cause. If you can't let the resentment go, this will never work.
I do let it go. That's why I keep trying to have conversations with them, but it doesn't ever improve.
Everything you say ends with a negative. Stop doing that. It never improves. Oh, we try, but stop.
What just happens? It happens like
you're
every
punching
time.
it. You're like you're fucking tearing them
Hold
down.
on. Would you argue? Would you actually say that like it hasn't improved in this year versus the previous year, in the last 2 years versus the other 2 years? Because I think it's only been improving.
No, every time I try to talk to you, you still like have problems with whatever I say on stream.
Well, on stream.
Well, yeah, you don't really talk to me that much often.
This is your chance, Nick. Say the right thing.
I understand how you feel, and I apologize. And I think it'll be fine.
And
I love you. What is that?
Because you think about to laugh when you say it.
Because your eyes are narrowing as I'm saying
No,
it.
I narrowed it after.
girls also like touch, so maybe when you say I love you.
Yeah, man, that comes naturally to me.
You know.
I'm just like, sometimes she pulls back, and other times she doesn't. So it makes me very, not.
But do you see the way you just did it right there? There was no argument afterward. It was just pure emotion, pure connection, and bond between both of you instead of bickering. Isn't that better?
Yeah.
Good.
How much do you charge an hour?
Oh,
He's
free,
making
don't worry.
KPP. It's fine.
Oh, okay. And he's paying for counseling.
No, but I know a lot about psychology and sociology. I took it in college. So you guys are an easy marriage to fix. This is no issue. I've seen marriages where it's very complex. This is easy. Any marriage counselor you guys have been to, if they've not been able to solve this, they are terrible. But to be honest, they are all pretty terrible. Like, it's really as easy as just listening to each other.
I would just say that when you tell me what you want, just say that you want it. Don't try to give me the rational business case. Because even when I want something, I'll tell you I want it. And then I'll explain to you, here's why this might make sense. Like, you lead with, here's why this makes sense. And I'm just instantly engaged in this logical quandary of like, well, does it make sense? When you should just lead with, I want this thing. I don't even kind of really care if it's rational or not. This is what I want.
Okay. I can see that perspective, but sometimes I'm just telling you why I want what I want. And that's not supposed to be a logical business thing. I don't present it as that. And I feel like you don't listen to that. And you just fight it. And I would appreciate it if you could not do that. And I love you. And that's why it hurts me whenever you take it apart. It feels like you don't love me in the same way.
I can see your perspective, and I'm sorry, and I love you.
So when is the Mustangs?
Talk about the sanctuaries or the actual wild horses?
The sanctuary.
I mean, we can do it next year because it's only once a year, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's fine. Earlier, I was only pushing back because I thought you meant this year, and we already have March fucking booked through.
So I don't want to hear anything about, oh, I'd have to take care of all the animals. How am I going to ever take care of all the animals? Because you didn't think about who's taking care of the animals when you up and left for a month plus.
But you were.
So now that we
home.
have a system, it shouldn't be a problem, right?
The point was, I was going to be
No,
traveling.
right?
Correct.
Okay.
My pushback was because I was going to be traveling already. Then you were going to be traveling, so no one's home. Whereas in your case, you were home because you were going to be home anyways.
But we have staff. Even if neither of us were home, like right now.
In that initial
It'll
session,
be
we didn't
okay.
have as many. We were trying
We
to,
can
yeah.
figure it out, though. They can be hired.
I agree. I mean,
There should never be a staff issue coming before things that make us happy when staff are replaceable by nature.
just so we're on the same page, though, when I push back on that, that's where if you want to give logical solutions, that resolves
No,
it,
I'm
right?
never going to use logic again with you. We're resolving not to do that. We are going to say, I want this because I want it. Make it.
Okay, he's
make
really
it so.
trying. He's really trying right now, and you're being kind of a bitch.
What I'm saying is, like,
You gotta just hey, you gotta work. You gotta do this too. It's a two-way street.
He's been make it very clear in this conversation. He does not want me to use logic. I'm trying to understand that.
I'm saying if you want something, present it that you want it, and don't present
Okay.
me the logical case. But I'm saying that, like, if I ever give you a pushback and you have a thing that you think logically resolves that, feel free to give that. You get what I'm saying? If I give you a thing where it's like the obstacle here is a logical issue, you can answer that. That's fine.
What do you mean?
Like if I say, well, then
No, stop. This is getting into the bad, murky territory again. You're doing the hand thing with being like dismissive and shit. Like, bro, stop. Stop with the dismissive shit. And Kate, you just gotta stop acting like kind of like bitchy. You're like being like kind of, you know what I'm talking about? Are you self-aware?
I'm not self-aware.
Okay. You are like kind of putting him down a little bit. He's trying, he's apologizing, he's being nice, and you're like putting him down just constantly. You gotta.
What are the put downs? Because I'm trying to internalize, like, I'm not going to do the logic thing that you clearly hate.
Well, you just like nagging and shit, like putting him down. Like that's like the worst you could do to a man. I'm just trying to
What
remember.
did I nag him with?
Everything.
I told him what he
Everything.
told me what he didn't want. I told him I'd never do that again.
You know, I don't even remember because it's just everything. You just were like, I don't know, I forgot because I'm tired. But it's like I just remember it was like naggy.
He just said don't use logic, and I said I'm not going to do that ever again. And then he told me I was being bitchy.
Yeah, you were like, I'm never going to use the logic with you ever again. Like, why? Why say that?
Because he doesn't want me to do it. I'm like, I'm going to do it.
I know, but why say that? Why?
Because that's what he wants me to learn. He's literally telling me he doesn't want me to use
Yeah, but
it.
why?
I'm like, okay.
But why? Just you don't need to say that. It's like,
How do I know?
bitchy. Just be like.
How? If he's asking me not to use logic, how is me saying I'm not going to use logic?
I want you to
It's
observe
the
more
way you
nuance.
said it. You were like condescending about it. You were like, I'm never going to use logic if you don't want me to use logic.
Because you know that's not what I mean. What
do you mean, then?
Okay, you like to do the blanket thing. I've never given you always do it this way. What I'm saying is, if you want something, that's not logical, right? That's just an emotional thing. That's like a thing that's intrinsic to you. Tell me you want it, and just leave it at that.
So I can't tell you why I want it, just that I want it.
No. You can tell me why you want it, but don't be like, here's why it makes sense. No. Just say you want it because that thing makes you happy, or that thing makes you fulfilled, or that thing's something you've always wanted. You see, you don't start with like, here's why it makes sense, and then hope that I don't pick apart the thing if it doesn't make any sense. Just say what you want, leave no room for a logical rebuttal, and I won't make one. Just say you want it. Like, how do I think about it? You go, I want to do this Wild Mustang thing.
Oh
If
my
you say
God.
that,
you guys are fucked.
but am I wrong? Like, if she says that, I don't have a logical pushback. If she goes, I want to do this wild horse thing, it's like, okay, like, tell me more, right? But if you go like, here's why it makes sense for me to do this this March, then that's like starting to be like, well, I'm traveling in March, and just tell me what you want. We'll work through the logic. You don't got to present it as logic because it's not
But
logic
this
that
is
made you want
before
it.
either of us had plans in March.
Do you
couldn't
listen,
even-
guys? You know a relationship is really hard, right? You guys are both aware of this. It's hard. The relationships are not meant to be easy. They're meant to be a test. And you guys need to pass the test in order to find true happiness. Right? That's the whole point of a relationship. And yeah, you guys are just failing the test constantly. You guys are refusing to do any of the hard work. You want to just be right. You want to just argue. You want to nag with each other. You got to do things you don't want to do, like agreeing with each other when you don't want to, like saying I'm sorry, blah blah blah. Then when you do this enough times, you start to get on the same frequency of communication, and then it becomes easier and easier over time. Right now, you guys are on a totally different frequency in terms of communication because both of you just want each other to be heard, but nobody's listening to each other. So you have to just pretend for now until you guys connect on the same frequency, and then it becomes easier and more genuine.
So how can I know what to change if I don't know what's the issue, right? That's what
I mean, like I said, the easy thing is when you feel upset by his actions, just agree with him as well. Apologize, say I love you, as long as he's doing the same thing as well. And if you both apologize and say I love you to each other, even if you feel wronged on the inside, eventually it gets easier. I mean, with other people, I would say this is terrible advice because maybe it builds resentment if you're not able to explain yourself. But neither of you are listening to each other, so we need to get you guys to listen to each other first. That's step number one, and then we can worry about the resentment step number two. So you guys need to practice with just agreeing with each other. That's step one. I know I can see in your face, that's not what you want.
No, I still don't understand the difference between, I guess, just explaining why I feel the way I feel versus him saying that I'm logicking it rather than emotioning it.
Don't even worry about what he says. Don't listen to his words. Just listen to the fact. Just listen. Just do what I said. Just do the agree thing and the I love you thing. Build that bond. Practice agreeing with each other, listening to each other, and then we go to step two. Like after, I feel like he's willing to do this, and I feel like you're not. I feel like you want to be heard right now, but that's not the reality because you're not listening to him either.
I'm having issues knowing what he's talking about. Then if I'm not, if it's like when I say I'm not going to do this thing, and he's saying that's not what I mean. Well, now I don't know what you mean.
Do you actually want me to explain it, or
Yes.
Okay, so if you're talking about the,
I don't believe it.
I feel like
Do you really not understand
No, because
anything?
no,
that
no,
he
no,
says?
the logicking thing, where it's like, cause like this, what he's talking about is when I said, I want to go volunteer at this Mustang sanctuary because if I want to have Mustangs, I want to get experience with them. It's something I want to do. For me, that's all still emotion. I'm not logically saying why it's a good time, why now, why this season, why anything. I'm just saying this is why I feel the way that I feel, and I'm not viewing that as logicking, but he is. So now I'm like, how do I talk to him?
All right, Nick. I'm gonna be honest with you right now.
sure.
You're gonna have to do a lot of the heavy pushing here. You're gonna have to literally. It's a one-sided. Step one's gonna be very one-sided for you. You're gonna have to just agree, apologize, and listen to her. She's not gonna listen to you. You have to listen to her, okay? And that's gonna make you feel like shit, like really bad, and you're gonna feel demasculated by it. But if you do it for a long enough time, it may show her, hey, you know, maybe he does love me. He's listening to me. He's not fighting back. He's just I feel heard by him. And then once she feels heard, that's when she will start listening to you as well and doing everything that you're doing. But you have to just be the man and take the sacrifice a little bit for yourself first. Because
Kimmy's taking notes.
I don't think she's doing it, bro.
I thought you said this was an easy case.
No, it is an easy case. I figured that out really fast. She needs
I need to
be
know how
heard.
do I can communicate with them, because it's like if he's telling me not to communicate half of what I did, then it's like, do I talk to him at all?
She needs to be heard before she can fix herself.
Am I allowed to answer that?
No. She needs to be heard before she can fix herself. That is what's going on here. She is literally blocking out everything until she's heard. But that comes from you. Because she doesn't care about me. She just cares about you. And I know that's a really shitty fucking thing, and it's very toxic, and it's honestly fucked up, but that's just how women are. It's not just Kate, it's all women. They're fucking retarded. They try to do things as difficult as possible because their feelings are hurt. But that's just the reality. And if she, after a while, let's say a week or two, if she still isn't listening to you after the effort that you've been putting in, that's when you would sit her down and say, hey, I feel unheard. When is it my turn for you to listen to me? And if she responds in a negative way, that is when y'all should break up. But if she responds in a positive way, then there's hope. Because if she responds negatively, it means she doesn't want to hear you ever, no matter the effort that you put in, which is selfish. And it's just a waste of time. But if she responds positively, then that shows that there is, that she cares about you. And she's not selfish. And that's the same goes for him too. It's not just you. The same goes for him. To make it as easy as possible, though, both of you should just do it. But, I get how women are, so.
I mean, I can try, yeah. I can do that.
Well, great. I love you.
I love you too.
All right, well, that's fantastic. I think I'm going to go back to my
Literally
room.
only eat like one slice.
Yeah, I'm taking this to my room with me.
All right.
Yeah. Girls love to feel attacked, I know, but that's like I said, though, she just needs to feel heard. If she feels heard, then she won't feel attacked all the time. All right, I'm going to go.
All right.
I hope you guys are good now.
I think we are.
I don't want to see clips later if you guys back to arguing, because that would be a waste of everyone's time. Trust me, my advice is good. I don't follow any of my own advice, but I know how to do it.
All right. Good night, Paul. It was nice and helpful for him, of him. Yeah, I mean, both of us tend to talk at the other person. I actually agree with that. I think someone's right if they're right. Doesn't matter if they practice what they preach. Obviously, easier to take advice from someone who does, but right is right, and not doing what is right doesn't make you wrong.
Damn, dude, I just had a subsidized couples therapy session. You know what? I've never had a couples therapist who bills at $2,000 an hour, but I'm just happy to not be having to pay that rate. I mean, Paul's getting paid like $2,000 an hour to deliver that advice. All right, I'm gonna pee and then we can chat a little bit, but then I'll probably have to get off and do stuff. Let me say this. Until tonight, I didn't like Kate. That has changed. Kate, I hear you. Just take time with her. Give her a hug. Give her a kiss. I mean, I think a lot of what he said is accurate. I think he's right about the prescription as well. It does suck that it's a bit lopsided in terms of action items, but I think my course of action will be I will give her the financial snapshot today or tomorrow. Previously, my fear was that she'd look at it and say, oh, we can definitely afford this. But like, the problem is, it's like, I've never gated the horse on the purchase price of the horse. It's more so that like, when I buy a watch, I know if that watch price goes to a certain level, I'm going to sell it, right? Doesn't matter how much I like it. That's not how she feels about horses. In fact, it goes the other direction, right? Like if you had a car and the car costs $20,000 and then, you know, you got into an accident and then they tell you it's going to take $30,000 to fix. You're like, fuck that car. Fuck the car. I buy another one, whatever. I'm not fixing that. My point is more so that like with my watches, that's true, even though watches don't really break in that way. With the cars, that's absolutely true. I've already done that once before, right? But when it comes to her horses, it's like $20,000 horse, but willing to spend $100,000 in vet bills if it comes to it. And so for me, that is a harder liability to plan for, right? Because it can get pretty drastic. Oh, there's a wildfire. Now you got to move 50 wild Mustangs and 10, 15 owned horses. And where are you going to move them to? Now you got a fucking stable wild Mustangs at $2,000 a pop. You know, what is that? $100,000 a month in wild Mustang care? You see, that's the type of thing where I'm like, I don't know what that looks like. And until I have a concrete answer of like how she would, you know, want us to act in that situation, the idea is plan for, you know, more capacity than you need in terms of financial firepower. Like I said, I think if we were willing, which I don't care if we're not, it's fine. But like, I feel like if you were to give it 3 to 5 years to pan out, none of it would matter, right? But right now, doing it like in the next month requires being a little bit smart about how you pull it off, right? Which is why I've been telling her, you know, some of the gas stations can be sold at this point. Like the offer is good enough. And if we sell them, then it makes sense to roll it into another piece of real estate, right? But that's what I mean about being smart about it. Like it's lined up perfectly, right? And that's kind of what you want to do if you're moving fast. She's not about making money. She wants to enjoy life. I mean, I wish there was an easy way to just be like, here, do this thing and show that you understand like kind of basic principles about budgeting. I agree. I don't know where the idea that I have a target net worth came from, because I don't. I don't have a goal. I don't have a number anymore, I should say, like forward looking, unless you're talking about backwards looking. I just don't ever want to be in a position
where I have to make a difficult choice because it's either that or risk, the stability of the finances. Right? And you might be like, well, that's unreasonable. Why would there be an issue? But like, let's be honest here, right? Has no one who's ever made $100 million gone broke? Oh, wait. Right? It can happen. People have done it before. And so I don't think the impossibility of it should be the reason why you just hand wave it away. Yeah, she's in the bathroom. What do you want me to do? I'm actually waiting for her to finish because I need to use the bathroom as well. I just went to check earlier. The fuck? What am I to do? Just fucking knock on the door and say, open the door? I'm not worried about buying the land. I don't think you understand. It's more so that, like, okay, we buy the land, and then what are we going to build on it? And then what is the budget for that, right? Because here's the thing, right? Like, you might say land is a good investment. You're right, right? But an indoor covered arena with AC and luxury stalls, that ain't going to realize a market value on sale. But I don't even know why we're talking about on sale. Because that's the thing, right? If I bought a trophy property, like if I bought a $5 million beach house, I'm happy. I could do it tomorrow. You know why? Because I knew that if it became $10 million, I'd probably fucking sell it. Right? I would be willing to let it go and be happy that I had the experience of owning it. But when she's thinking about buying this acreage and any contingent acreage and any structure she might want to build on it, it ain't ever being sold for no reason. Right? And so when I look at things that she wants, I think she feels that like I'm being selfish. And yeah, but like for me, it's just like,
You can go to the bathroom.
all right, sweet. You can talk shit about me.
I can just end the stream because that's what we should be doing.
And then what do we do?
I guess I'll just take a walk. You have the key?
Wait, what are you talking about? Why are you taking that so seriously? I need you to use the bathroom. You've been in there for a while. And then you sound like you're making a joke. But then I can't joke back.
I wasn't making a joke. I was serious.
I asked you what we're going to talk about. What the hell?
What? I mean, we could just spend time together.
But why don't you say that instead of storming off?
Because it's just when you act like you don't have any idea what we would do.
What do you want to talk about? What the hell? Okay, what could I have said better there? Like, I feel like you have a response you want me to say, and I'm not going to say it, but I don't know what
I just want you to want to spend time with me.
Did I say I didn't?
You ask, what are we going to do if we in stream? It's like, what the fuck do you think?
What? Hold on, give me a second.
Forget it.
I don't understand. What did I say? Because it sounded like you said in stream. I go, okay, what do you want to talk about? And then you got mad.
Oh, I just wanted to spend time with you.
Well, then say that, and then that's fine.
But it's like, the fact that you don't get that, I don't
Get
understand.
what? I said, you said a comment.
Please listen to me when I cry. You start getting upset.
No. You said a comment. I responded to it. Then you got mad at me because it wasn't the response.
It's just like,
I
don't understand how you, like.
Am I misremembering?
What do you mean to, like, act like, why in stream? Like, what are we gonna do otherwise? Like, I just want you to want to spend time with me off stream. Is that too much to ask for?
But you didn't ask for it. You just.
No, I shouldn't even have to. That's why I said I want you to want to.
Is it too much to ask for? And then you follow up with, I shouldn't have to ask.
Oh my gosh, you don't get it. You just don't get it.
You can't ask the question, is it too much to ask for, without asking for it. You would just need to be saying, you need to know this without me having to say it. Don't say, is it too much to ask, when you didn't ask. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm waiting to use the bathroom.
I want
want you to want to spend time with me without me asking, but I guess that's unrealistic.
Bro, you realize me asking you to come here is that, right?
So then don't say it. And,
No.
what are we gonna do?
Can we just, like, you haven't even established, do you agree? That's me making an overture to want to spend time with you. Forget it? You can't even
I
fucking...
don't want to.
What? You don't want what?
You don't seem like you want to spend time with me.
No,
you
but
just come in here, you let the door shut on my face, and you keep talking to
The
chat.
door shut on your
Yeah,
face?
you literally like you didn't even like hold the door open long enough for me to walk through it. And while you're just yapping to the camera. Then it's like I just say I could just end stream, I don't have to entertain them. We could end stream, and then like and do what? It's like what the fuck don't spend time together, obviously.
Where's the sin? I don't understand. Like, I'm not allowed to say that or what?
I just would hope that like you know, like well
I thought we were bantering.
No.
Well, how the fuck am I supposed to know that?
I wasn't laughing at all.
Well, when you're in the bathroom and I said, hey, you're done? You said you're just peeing, and then you fucking pee for like 10 minutes. What the fuck am I supposed to do, man? And I'm sitting here like, do I need to go to the lobby to use the bathroom because I really gotta go? And so then you come over, you come out, you don't explain why you're taking shit time to pee. And I'm just like,
why do I have to explain?
can you, have you ever really wanted to pee? Like, are you really thinking straight? You're just like fucking,
Insane.
here we go again. You're gonna pretend like you don't understand what I'm saying. I'm saying that like I really needed to pee. And so I'm not really interacting in an earnest way when you talk to me as I'm going into the bathroom. I'm just talking. I'm trying to go, okay? So, and even so, when I look back on it, what the fuck did I say? I said, oh, instrument do what? Like, I'm not allowed to ask.
Just like obviously, I want to spend time with you.
Then just say that. Why is it so crazy? You say you
Because
shouldn't
it's
have to. You
just
shouldn't
like
have to.
The fact that you don't know, just like
I agree. You know what? I agree with you.
in.
I agree. You shouldn't have to, but I'm retarded. You shouldn't have to, but I'm fucking dumb as shit. Okay? Like, I agree with that point. You shouldn't have to. But, like, can you help me out here? You get what I'm saying? I'm not trying to make a prescription that says you should tell me this way. No. I'm just saying, could you?
It just doesn't feel like you.
I was just thinking about
wanting
peeing.
To spend time with me. If you have to ask, then what?
I thought you were going to say something playful in response, and then we'd just close it. But I was really just trying to get to the bathroom. I wasn't really trying to have that conversation. Like, can you understand? Like, you really want to pee, someone's trying to talk to you about something, you're like, okay, yeah, let's fucking... I'm just saying things so I can get past you and go to the fucking bathroom, man.
You were already past me. You were already, like, almost in the bathroom.
Well, so what? Am I supposed to ignore what you're saying and just, like, go pee and then not say...
Like, sure. And then, yeah, sure, in stream.
I mean, it could have just as easily been that. It was just, like I said, you got to not put too much stock in that. It's not a big deal.
It's a big deal to me.
That I said words on my way to the bathroom that literally aren't even offensive? Can you tell me where they're offensive? Like, just so
It's not about offensive. It shows me that you aren't thinking about spending time with me. If you're like...
You're right. I'm thinking about
so
fucking
much.
relieving myself in that moment. Correct. You got me.
You could have ended while I was in the bathroom, but you just kept...
How do I end it while...
Chat. What do you mean how? You were at the phone.
Because I was hoping you'd be done soon, and that's why I went in there and tried to ask you.
What
Which
does that have to do with staying...
easy. I was asking you, is it going to be long? Because if it's long, I'm just going to run to the lobby. Right? But like, I'm in this...
You don't have to... You could still end stream and go to the lobby and think all those things. You don't have to be on stream.
I feel like that sounds really good, but if I just wordlessly in stream and leave, you get an impression of that.
Well, chat was begging you to end stream. You were just ignoring them.
You didn't hear anything I just said. I'm saying that if I just in stream and I just go outside the room, I don't know what you think. You see what I'm saying? Like it's not.
You can just say, "Hey, I'm gonna go to the bathroom in the lobby."
Well, but you told me it wasn't gonna be that long, and then it was like fucking way longer than you said. Like literally, I'm over here like, okay, well, like, what do I fucking do? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you just said like it'll be 15 minutes, I'll be like, okay, I'm going.
I don't think it was that long. But...
It was 10 to 15 minutes between there. Partly, chat was literally telling me to get off to check on you, but I had just checked on you.
Okay, well, you still haven't ended stream.
Well, we're talking.
Yeah, you could.
But then just stop and let me fucking do it. All right, chat. This has been enough voyeurism for you guys. I love you. You're right.
Why did you?
I'm
laugh
sorry.
just now before you said that?
Because I saw Dog say something that was funny. I love you. I'm sorry. And I apologize. And, you're right. Now I'm going to end the stream.